Got you. What's good, everybody? What's happening? What is happening? It is your boy Fares Muthana, and welcome to a great special. It's not really a good friends, better rivals. It's just kind of a special event. It is me. It is Adelia. We are live streaming the first round of the NFL draft. It is today. It is as we speak in 1 minute. The live draft starts at 5. It's going to be a lot of pomp and circumstance. It'll probably start in like about 15 minutes. But without further ado, my name is Fares. I'm with my co-host Adelia. Adelia, how are you?
I'm good. I think you and I might have opposite reactions tonight when our teams pick.
I think we will, maybe, possibly. Hearing a lot of chatter. With the second pick with Cleveland, they may be trading it or something, possibly. I don't know, depending on what you believe and what you don't believe. I think they may be trading it. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah, Cam Ward is definitely going first overall to Tennessee.
Hi, Leo. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
I of course from Denver originally, looking forward to seeing where the Colorado kids end up, if they end up in good situations, or if Travis Hunter really goes to the Browns. Like I don't think that's necessarily a good situation for any player to go to, but somebody's going to. And some of these kids I will feel sorry for by the end of tonight. But draftees, you're right, Ferris. Earlier, Ferris corrected me. I should say draftees, not kids. They're not kids. They're young men about to get their careers underway in a professional level. And that's a big deal. So what we've got here on the screen is the NFL Draft Tracker. We will keep in touch with this as the draft picks come in. I'm watching the draft on ESPN. Ferris is watching the draft on Bleacher Report because he says it's faster. They get the picks before anybody else.
Yeah, they don't do all the TV. They don't have the TV stuff to do. That's why. Yeah, they're on YouTube. It just goes in. By the way, shout out to Leo. Man, he made some of the best breakfast I've ever had when I was out in Vegas. So shout out to Leo.
Shout out to Leo. Nice.
Yeah. Great man.
All right, Ferris, you got your Giants sitting there at 3.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what you think they're going to do. Are they going to trade down? Are they going to take somebody like Abdul Carter if he's available? What are you thinking?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a big unknown with the Giants.
Yeah, there was one part.
Leo says thanks.
There was one part where someone said they're going Shedeur Sanders at 3 if he's there at 3. Mm-hmm. There's another person who said no, they're gonna go with Travis Hunter at 3 if he's there at 3. Mm-hmm. Then now I'm hearing that they may trade the pick and fall back and get ammo for the future, but we're gonna see how much job security these two guys have this upcoming draft.
Yeah,
heard that the Maras are now involved, so if they want a quarterback right away, or they could roll the dice. What?
Roger Goodell is riding a bike on stage.
He's so corny.
He is.
Or do they want to roll the dice and wait a couple of years for Arch Manning, the nephew?
Oh, this is why the bikes were in the hallway. There's a bunch of people on bikes. Packer legends and Lil Wayne. Sure.
Lil Wayne, massive Packers fan.
Which is weird to me, because isn't he from Louisiana or something?
Yeah. So he was on His and Hers one year, and Mike Smith, who's also from Louisiana, New Orleans to be exact, said, "Hey yo, why are you a Packers fan?" And Lil Wayne called him out and said, "Hey man, let's be real, man. The Saints sucked growing up. All of us knew it. You know, so I didn't want to root for a team that sucked. So I became a Packers fan.
Okay.
Because the Saints were the Aints for
Mm-hmm.
many years. They had their cool little moment in the '90s with the Dome Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, it wasn't a lot of humdingery for the for the Saints.
Yep. 125,000 people there, apparently.
Ain't nobody working Green Bay.
I mean, that's probably most of the population of Green Bay.
Yeah.
I can't tell what the crowd is chanting right now.
Probably you suck. Could it be a you suck? Maybe.
Could have been. Or a go pack go, maybe.
Maybe.
Got the Packers greats being introduced right now.
You know who's just like Lil Wayne, Adelia?
Who?
Leo. Just like Lil Wayne.
Leo is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from Chicago. The Bears
Mm-hmm.
sucked when he grew up in the '70s. They were
Mm-hmm.
very bad. So he became a Cowboys fan. And stuck ever since. Then moved to Texas. And it just worked.
Oh, God.
What's up?
We got a Donald Trump shout out.
About who?
Clay Matthews.
Junior?
Whoever this is, that's the Packers great.
Yeah.
Apparently, the message Donald Trump wanted him to pass along is, my fellow Americans, the Bears still suck. It's a joke, I'm sure, but can't we just leave him out of sports?
And he don't be talking no damn Clay Matthews. Who the hell talks to Clay Matthews?
Exactly. All right.
Clay Matthews had great hair.
He does have great hair.
But none like Troy Polamalu though.
No. Troy Polamalu has the best hair. All right, the Titans are on the clock. Now, do they milk this the whole time? Because I think we all know they're taking Cam Ward.
Man, I hate when teams do that. That annoys me.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, man. What a great story.
Yeah.
He 0-star recruit. Incarnate Wood, which is a Division I AA program, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They found him when he was at a workout. And they wanted him, and they signed him up. It may say Cam Ward, University of Miami tonight, but it's really Cam Ward, University of Incarnate Wood.
Incarnate Wood. Yeah. God, there are people sitting in the stadium. I just noticed that.
At Lambeau?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, more seats. Good for them. Most teams do their watch parties at their stadiums, don't they?
I guess.
Like Giants, like there's a bunch of people at MetLife Stadium right now.
Mm.
I guess Giants and Jets fans, I guess. Be kind of weird, but not weird, but makes sense.
For anybody watching who's interested, the Let's Get Ready Network newsletter, LGRN All Access, will be back this weekend. I need Ferris to send me some questions so we can get some stuff done. But it will be back this weekend. What's up, Shug? How you doing? Shug is praying that they get Sanders.
Yeah, they need a quarterback. You know, the years of Duck Hodges and Kenny Pickett,
Mm-hmm.
the Mason Rudolphs. You know,
Didn't they have Trubisky for a minute there
yeah,
too?
Trubisky for a minute, the Russell Wilsons. You know, we were basically the same team. What happened was found our franchise QB in that 2004 draft,
Mm-hmm.
and then took too long to replace him.
Mm-hmm.
And and unlike us, they have a good coach,
They do have a good coach.
and he made Duck Hodgins and Mason Rudolph and Russell Wilson and Justin Fields and Kenny Pickett. He made it work, but unfortunately for the Giants, they suck, and they drafted Daniel Jones.
That they did.
Yeah.
How much time do they have on the clock for these picks? Tennessee, you know who you're taking. Why is I hate it when they milk the clock.
Yeah.
I know that they have to let some of the time go off so everybody can talk about the pick, but come on. So Ferris, let's throw out a scenario here. Just because I like playing what ifs.
Hit me.
Cam Ward goes first. Let's say Cleveland surprises and doesn't take Travis Hunter second. Do you think the Giants take Travis Hunter at 3?
Yes.
I think that's smart. You got to take the best player available, I think, in that regard, and he's one of the best players available.
110%.
I just don't trust your brain trust there and at the
Same.
Giants
Same.
to do the smart thing.
I'm with you. They got rid of Chris Mara, then they brought him back, and I don't know why he's there.
Yeah. The pick is in, finally.
I don't know.
Two of the three analysts on ESPN's panel saying this pick should be Shadur Sanders. I just don't think I agree with that. I like Shadur a lot, but I just don't think I agree with that. Mel Kiper, all about Shadur Sanders. Louis Riddick, all about Cam Ward. And then Booger McFarland, or whatever his name is, in the violet suit, says it should also be Shadur Sanders. But it's going to be Cam Ward, right?
110%. Watching on Bleacher Report, they say his pro comp is Steve McNair.
They
And
were
if you're
just comparing him to Mahomes on ESPN.
lazy, that's lazy work right there.
Yeah.
That's lazy work. You telling me that
Here comes Roger Goodell.
are they booing him?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Is he telling them, come on, increase it?
No, he just said, "Come on," and then went into his spiel. Cam Ward.
Yep. Sounds about right. You talk about a man who he fights. He
Hold
fights.
on. We have a trade.
You have a trade.
The Browns have traded out of the second pick,
Sounds about right.
moving back to number 5.
Who's
So
number 5?
the Jaguars.
So they're drafting? Travis Hunter or Shador Sanders?
I don't know who the Jaguars are picking here.
Oh, the Jaguars. They have what's his face?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. They could go Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter.
It could go Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. I was speaking to a Jaguars fan earlier today in a Discord who was telling me they were hoping that they'd get Ashton Janty.
They're gonna stay at 5.
I know. So I don't know what this pick is. Jacksonville apparently gave up a lot. I'm going to find out how much they gave up. I need to refresh this tab because it's not updating.
Mhm.
So we'll just refresh the tab here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the people on Bleacher Report, they're saying it's Travis Hunter.
I mean, it's still not up to date because it's still saying Cleveland. But I mean, that would be bad for Travis. Jaguars.
He's going back home, actually.
Yeah. There we see the cons in the draft room. Tony Khan not in a neck brace this year, like last year.
Because he wasn't assaulted this year.
Yeah, he was not. Okay, I'm trying to see what we got here. Trade tracker. I don't like this NFL thing. It's not updating.
Go to ESPN.
I'm going to. Okay, so the Browns are trading the number 2 overall pick, a 4th round pick, which is number 104, and the 6th round pick, number 200, to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
The Jaguars get back trade the number 5 overall pick, a 2nd round pick, which is number 36, a 4th round pick, which is 126, and their 2026 first round pick.
Mm-hmm. That's what I got.
All right, so let's just switch this around here. Got Cam Ward, so let's scroll down to the Jaguars. Let's see, we had a trade earlier today where the Browns traded picks number 166 and a 2027 5th round pick, and the Texans, or that's what the Browns got. The Texans got 179, 216, and 255. I don't understand the point of that at all.
That trade was like meaningless.
Yeah. Slight hockey update for everyone. The Ottawa Senators are leading the Toronto Maple Leafs. We love cheering against the Maple Leafs on this channel. The Browns now have 2 second-round picks and 2 first-round picks next year. So they don't have to draft a quarterback this year necessarily. They could wait till next year. Shug saying this is the best draft show on YouTube right now. Thank you, Shug.
I'm eating right now, so I'm not participating fully, but trust me,
Yeah.
I'll
They
be.
look very happy in the Jaguars draft room.
Mhm.
And I would be too, getting Travis Hunter, if that's the pick.
The thing is, man, can he play both ways for? Can he?
I mean, he might be able to. Shug wants to know what you're eating.
I was eating ramen. Ramen.
All right. Where I just think like what okay, here comes Roger Goodell and someone else is with him. Max in the chat saying Jags.
Yeah,
Yep.
yes. So I know Roger hasn't said it yet, but it is Travis Hunter Adelia.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Let's see, who do we got announcing this pick here?
Oh, they're already having guest announcers already.
Yeah, somebody's standing there with him. Walton Payton, Man of the Year, maybe? I don't know who this is. Max would like to know what your Giants are doing, Ferris.
Bro, I don't have no idea, bro. I have no idea. Either we're going with Abdul Carter or we're going with Shador, because we can't go with Travis anymore. Or I've heard we're gonna trade out.
It'll be interesting to see what the Giants do. Yeah, this was last year's NFL Man of the Year.
Who was it? What's his name?
Eric Armstrong from Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah, from Jacksonville. Yeah,
Yeah, Max saying no one does.
exactly, bro.
Eric Armstead. I said Armstrong. It's Armstead.
Yeah.
Eric Armstead.
Former defensive tackle for the San Francisco 49ers and the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, my bad, Max. Sorry. I don't know a lot of these players' names.
Well, Max is a Niners fan.
Well, still.
He's,
Sugar saying you leave Sanders alone, Ferris, as though it's your decision.
now I want Shador. I think Shador would fit well with New York. A lot of things have been said about how he was horrible in interviews and he was bad and all that stuff. And
I mean,
yeah, but those were all anonymous and anonymous
Yeah.
scouts. But then there was an anonymous scout, Adelia, who said, "Don't believe the anonymous scouts." So why are you anonymous if you're telling them not to believe the anonymous people? Just put your name on it.
there we go. Travis Hunter.
Is Dion there with him?
No, I think Dion's in Texas with Shador.
Makes sense.
Shador's not there. Travis is dancing.
Yeah, his dad's there. Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, we'll just leave that up there until the. Hold on, can I put this cam ward thing down so we get the whole? Oh,
Yeah,
I
right there.
can. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Yo, you know what? I realized
What?
something. Hey, yo, Matt, my friend Max, the guy in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
he looks like Liam Cohen sometimes.
Does he?
Yeah, the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Max, I want you to say Duval and send me a video. Duval.
There's Travis dancing again.
He did a press release today, and he said, "Don't make a mistake." He told them not to make a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
which means you better draft him. The one thing I like about watching it on ESPN, you see all the happiness and the pomp and all that good
Mm-hmm.
jazz.
Bleacher Report can't show it, can they?
No, they can't.
Yeah.
Apparently, I can't. Apparently, I can't
All
watch
right.
it.
Giants are on the clock. I'm happy for Travis Hunter. I hope he does well in Jacksonville.
Oh, this is on ABC. No, I'm trying to watch on ESPN.
Um, the ESPN broadcast said that the Browns and the Jaguars have been working on this deal for 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Joe Shane Adelia. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he beat his son this week.
Pick is in.
The pick is in.
It
Are
says
you?
pick is in on ESPN.
The pick is in. We're going to Abdul Carter.
I mean, you knew that they weren't going to draft a quarterback, most likely. So,
Yeah. So we got the best defensive lineman in the draft. Hey, our legendary owner, Wellington Mara, famously said,
mm-hmm.
always root for defense.
Yeah.
And we draft.
You get nowhere without defense.
Yeah. I guess we're fixing our Michael Parsons mishap from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We drafted a Penn State edge rusher who wears number 11. So Mike Renner on Bleacher Report said he didn't want to comp Abdul Carter to Michael Parsons, but he decided to comp him to DeMarcus Ware.
Sure.
Oh, not this future Hall of Famer, but this other future Hall of Famer. DeMarcus Ware.
Is DeMarcus Ware not already in there?
No, not yet.
Hmm.
Well, no, I think he is. No, I think he is.
I think he made it in.
Yep. Legendary Broncos defensive end.
I mean, let's be fair. He did play for the Dallas Cowboys a lot longer, but he won the Super Bowl with us.
Don't really care, deal. That's why I like. That's why I like saying legendary Broncos defensive end.
I'm sure that really drives Caleb insane.
He's mad.
Abdul Carter, that is quite the necklace he's wearing. I don't know what it says, but he's got something in diamonds around his neck.
Marcus Ware, man, he tortured me for
What does it say?
for my entire life. He's Muslim?
I think it is. Yes.
Yes!
Ferris is happy. You guys, it happened. The Giants made a pick that made Ferris happy.
Yes! He's my brother from another mother. Yes! Yes!
Still, that is some bling around his neck, man.
Yeah, I'm right, man.
I don't know what it
Shine.
says. Is it the NFL logo?
No,
Is it?
no. Shine
Does
in
it
the
say
name of the Lord.
Abdul?
We're about to
I
find
can't
out.
tell what it says.
I don't know what it says either, but it's shiny, man.
It's very shiny.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yallah. Let's go.
Oh God, we got a secret handshake with Goodell. Why? That stuff drives me nuts.
Adelia, I think that's just a block of diamonds.
No, I think it says something, but I can't make out what it is.
I got you. Oh, his religious roots.
Is this going to be one of those situations again where he joins us and I don't see him?
I don't. I'm not.
You don't
Okay.
see him either?
Yeah.
But you
Well, yeah,
won't
no.
see him.
I won't see him. Former Penn State expected arrived in blah 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 blah. Of course, he personalized the outfit with a shiny watch, blah, 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 and a chain to boot that reads "incredible." Incredible.
Okay.
But he spelled it INCRDBL. A fitting objective to describe the disruptive passenger. Just paying homage to what got me here. Carter said, just praying to God, praying to Allah, dressing like Muslims. That's what got me here. Yes! That's my boy right there. All right. I'm happy. Yeah, man.
Hello, Shug. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. How are you guys doing? Thank you for having me. Ferris, I heard you're happy, so
Praise Allah. I didn't know he was Muslim.
I mean, that's a good thing, right?
I never judge. I never assume. Should fix your mic. I can hear myself.
You shouldn't be able to.
Well, I hear myself. I also hear a.
Yeah, hear a fan or something in the background.
I don't hear it anymore. Oh, Molly McGrath, how you doing? Respectfully. It's gonna be a fast NASCAR package. Now we ain't gonna trade nobody. Shut up, Darius.
All right, is it back, Ferris?
Yeah, you good?
Let me know
I'll
if you
I'll
hear.
I'll accept it.
You'll accept it.
Well, let me know if it's bad. I don't. I shouldn't be doing that. I don't know why, but just let me know.
For the record, I don't hear myself. So
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't hear the echo. I just hear the. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, the pick is in. The pick is in for. Oh, they want Will Campbell tackle.
well, we're in a commercial break, Ferris, over on ESPN.
Oh, my bad. I'm watching on Bleach Report, so there's no
Yeah,
commercials.
Ferris is gonna have the picks before I see them.
Yeah,
Of course he is.
Mm-hmm.
that's a good pick though. That's a good pick for Will Campbell. He made a great point where he said offensive tackle gives up 1 sack, and they're a shitty offensive tackle, but a a defensive lineman can get one sack in one game. People look at him like he's like a legendary pass rusher, and he's right. He gave up like 2 sacks all year, and people were like saying Will Campbell has regressed this year. No, he didn't. He didn't regress. Good pick.
I have it on ESPN, so I still see New England pick is in, but I don't see what it's saying.
I'm just getting a commercial. There we go. Now we're back. Let me make sure I'm on live here. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, Will Campbell, man. He's faced the gauntlet, man. He's faced Dylan Stewart, Shamar Stewart, Nick Scrouton, the Texas A&M duo, Kyle Kennard from South Carolina, Jalon, like all the defensive linemen at Georgia, literally everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Jalon Walker, who's going to get drafted in the top 10. He has seen war, and he's going to be okay. That's a great
Mm-hmm.
pick by New England.
All
Sorry, my
right.
puppy's is running around.
Oh, it's okay.
You what?
His
My
puppy.
do- my dog.
What,
I
a
got a
dog?
yeah. I got a dog.
Did you get a dog, or did they tell you we're getting a dog?
No, I got a dog. I got a ESA letter.
A what?
ESA, emotional support animal.
Okay,
Yeah. So his name's Picasso.
Nice.
that's a wonderful name.
He's an Australian cattle dog. Keeps nipping at my kids, making them go places.
He's running them up.
He is. He's a good boy though. So Travis Hunter to the Jaguars. How do you guys feel about that?
That's marketing. They want people in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
I
good
think it's a
player.
good. I think it's a good pick for them.
He's the best. He's the best receiver in the draft. When he played receiver, man, you could see the amazing talent that he is. I like what Adam Lefkoe said on the Bleacher Report feed when he talked about Travis Hunter, where you don't make him. People were like, if you play him at both sides of the ball, don't let him play corner. Let him play free safety and let him roam. You know, so they don't pick on him and make him tired throughout the game. So you have the two-way player, but he plays safety instead of corner. I think it's a good idea if you want to do two-way.
Mm-hmm.
Now Cleveland's on the clock now.
Cleveland's on the clock.
Do,
Yes.
do you think he's gonna play 2-way though?
I
I
think
think he will.
I think it's gonna be like a 75-25 thing.
I think
Okay.
he'll play. I think he'll play I think they will start him out playing two-way. And then if it's not working out, they'll pick one or the other and have him play it.
Do you think it's gonna be like the opposite of what Dion did, where he's gonna play more, or same as Dion, where he's gonna play more defense and a little bit of offense, maybe even
I think
return?
reverse. I think
You think
reverse.
it's a better?
I think he's a better receiver than he is a corner.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because
I watched a lot of Colorado games this year, and I obviously don't know much about this stuff, but I think he's a better receiver than he is a cornerback.
Okay.
I think one of the things that made him such a great cornerback are his hands. And I think that because he can, snatch a pick out of the air, but he can also, use those in the offense as a receiver to better effect, I think.
By the way, if you guys want me to tell you, the pick is in for Cleveland.
Well, I can see that the pick is in. Just don't tell me what it is.
Okay.
Your team, go ahead. But for the rest of us, don't spoil it.
All right. I'm gonna spoil Denver's.
Fine.
I'm kidding. Mike Vrabel resetting his life in New England after he got fired in Tennessee due to disagreements with the GM, who ended up getting fired anyway the following year, which is annoying. You get fired when the team was like the GM is right, but then the next year you fire that GM. If I was Mike Vrabel, I'd be like, y'all are a bunch of dipshits.
Yeah. Damn it, Ferris. The Maple Leafs scored.
Oh shit.
So we're 1-1 in that game.
Shook, how big is hockey in LA? I've always wondered.
It depends if the Kings are winning or not. I'll tell you something funny, Ferris. I know you're gonna laugh. I actually played roller hockey when I was in middle school.
Why would I laugh?
Because I figured you wouldn't believe me. Because no, people don't really believe that I know how to skate, and I actually really do know how to skate really well.
I think honestly, I think a lot of kids know how to skate.
I do not. I put on roller skates and I'd sprain my ankle every time I put them on. So I don't know how to skate.
I took the kids
I've
to a roller.
I've never attempted the ice skating for that exact reason.
I love ice skating.
I don't know how to skate at all, but I think a lot of people. I just think a lot of people know. Well, I don't know a lot of things. I didn't do a lot of things like regular, normal kids did. Like kids would be like, I want to learn how to ride a bike, and I said, nah, screw that. Give me a scooter.
I did that at first too before I learned how to ride a bike.
Still don't know.
Well, it's not like you ride a bike anywhere, so
Good point.
it's not necessarily a skill you need to have.
Anymore.
But back to your point, Ferris. Yes, hockey is kind of a thing out here.
The Kings are great this year. They've been destroying Edmonton so far, so
yeah.
they put up 6 goals on them in the first 2 games of that series, Ferris.
Damn.
Yeah.
No,
In
'cause I
each
remember-
game, not combined. In each game, they've put up 6 goals.
So 12 goals.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right,
Now,
Cleveland pick.
Now my thing is I remember the Jonathan Quick years.
Mason Graham.
Yep.
Interesting.
Uh,
Mason Graham of the looks like he put on his father's suit
yeah.
crowd. Look, you can tell the guys that had suits made specifically for this, and you can tell the guys that look like they borrowed their dad's suit.
Oh, for sure.
I think his teammate's a little bit better than him.
Who's his teammate?
Kenneth Grant.
Okay.
He was his running mate. Mason Graham looked great last year with him and Chris Jenkins near him. I'm not saying Mason Graham's bad. I'm just saying they have this. I think they're the same player, just that they're larger. When you have the same skill set as someone, but you're the bigger person with that same skill set, you tend to be the better player because you can use your size and your strength to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
So he's a defensive tackle.
Yeah. But he's your he's like your true defensive tackle. Like you're
He's not like an edge rusher. He's a defensive tackle.
no. I'm saying like he's not like the defensive tackles of like Aaron Donald or Dexter Lawrence where they're gonna get you 10, 12, 15 sacks. He's like a true defensive tackle where he stops the run, nose gap protection. He's great with his hands, but I don't expect him to get double digit sacks. If he does, then that's something that was unlocked somehow. But I don't look for double digit sacks from defensive tackles unless you're like Aaron Donald or Dexter Lawrence or all that jazz. Like Derek Brown had over 100 tackles and he barely had any sacks.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek Brown, according to Brodney, is better than Dexter Lawrence, but Oh wow. Wow.
Raiders pick.
Yeah, wow. Whoa.
All right, spoil it. Who'd they pick?
You want me to?
Yeah.
They drafted Ashton Genty.
Ooh. I don't like that. I do not like that.
Like, you don't like it because he's in your division?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
do not like that.
Yeah, they go Ashton Genty. Oh, Caleb thought he was gonna get him at 12, but I guess not.
No, I'm not surprised he's gone this early.
Wait, time out. Who's
I just
that?
want you to make it to 21, please.
Yeah. No, he's probably gonna make it down to 21. Because of racism.
Did you say who's their quarterback?
Geno Smith, right?
It's Geno, yeah.
Okay. 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 Okay, so who's their receivers? Do we know their receivers? Who's their receivers?
No idea.
Bowser's their tight end.
Bowers.
Bowers, sorry.
Yeah, I know that, but who the hell are their receivers?
Let's see. Jacoby Myers,
Yeah.
Trey Tucker.
Uh,
Still waiting for this to load. Hang on. Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, and Kyle Phillips.
That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Bowers about to be fed like Thanksgiving dinner plates. Yeah, I'm on Bleacher Report. They're saying his pro comp is Shug. I think y'all remember this. Shug and Adelia, Maurice Jones-Drew, MJD, Mojo Drew.
That guy gave us fits when every time Jacksonville beat
Mojo.
us. Yeah, I don't understand.
He gave us fits in a playoff game once, I believe.
Yeah. I don't understand why Jacksonville gave Steelers such a hard time.
Yeah,
I don't know. They came into Denver and beat us in a playoff game once, and I was like, "What the hell?"
They beat us twice, but they blew us out. And we were not favored, but we were the consensus that we were probably going to move on
with Blake Bortles.
With Blake Bortles, and then the other one was I think Byron. It was Tomlin's second year. Yeah. Shout out to Byron Leftwich. Love that
guy. He's now the offensive coordinator. Where?
I don't know. I don't think he is an offense coordinator. I don't think he is.
No, he's in college. It's in college.
Oh,
okay. He is
assistant coach at Colorado.
Oh, well.
So he's with Dion, actually.
Yeah. Shout out to Dion.
Dion.
Did you say Neon Dion?
Yeah. So was that no? It wasn't. He wasn't called that.
I don't remember him being called I don't remember.
That. I swear he was.
He might have been Fares, but I don't remember that.
No, because I remember growing up calling him that. I gotta double check now.
Ashton looks very happy.
Yeah, yep. It says Neon Dion right here. I looked up Neon Dion. Where did Neon Dion go to school? Florida State. Oh yeah, right there.
Okay, there you go. You enjoy that nickname? That nickname is about as useless to me, Ferris, as Big Honey. Still never heard anyone call Jokic Big Honey, but you.
Shout out to Big Honey.
It's not. No one calls him that.
Then why is it on his basketball reference page, Adelia?
Because someone called him that once.
You look up Joker NBA, it goes all the way to Nikola Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Shug, you want to hear other nicknames for Nikola Jokic?
No,
Let's
I
hear 'em,
don't, because
Fred.
we're watching the NFL draft.
Well, let me tell Shug. It's Big Honey, Cookie Monster, Yolk,
No,
and Big Tipper.
Yoke. Yoke is his yoke. None of the rest of those are his nicknames.
I love basketball reference because there be some stupid ass nicknames on there, man. Some really dumb nicknames. You know they call one of James Harden's nicknames is Honey Bun.
No.
Exactly. It's not. It's just no one's ever called James Harden Honey Bun.
Never.
Never. He may eat a lot of honey buns when he gets when he becomes fat for once a month in the off season to trick people. But my favorite ridiculous nickname is Kyrie Irving's nickname
Mm-hmm.
is World Be Flat.
Well, that's from his own stupidity. I mean,
Yeah, but it's a play on name for there's a basketball player named World Be Free.
okay.
He played for Philadelphia. Shug, you remember World Be Free, Shug?
Maybe, but Ferris, this is what I'm talking about with all this information. That's just random.
It's useless. It's absolutely useless.
Utterly useless.
It's utterly useless. Okay, so ESPN went with Emmett Smith. That's what Caleb
what?
told me as a
For what?
as a player comp for Ashton Genty.
Okay.
That's what Caleb told me when we were talking this weekend. Because him and Ashton Genty are apparently the same size. Emmett Smith is about 5'8", 5'9", 210, just like Ashton Genty.
Look, Ashton Genty is a great player. I don't like he's in my division now. I really don't. I don't care about the Raiders. The Raiders are going to suck. But I don't like that he's in my division now for on the off chance that the Raiders for some reason don't suck.
The autumn wind is a pirate.
Around, we'll be right back now. Commercial break time.
First Boise State first round pick since 2018, Leighton Vander Esch. Oh wow. Lone Star High School watch party, Ashton Genty's alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
There's a player, there's someone there that's wearing a Raider shirt. Oh my god, they're Lone Star High School, bro. He was oh my god.
What?
Cowboys wanted him so bad if it was Lone Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, dude. Oh, that's a horrible player comp. Okay, this is a good pick. This is a good pick. The Jets pick's in, by the way.
I'm sure it is, but we're in a commercial break.
Yeah, just want for the record.
What mistake is the Jets making this time?
I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's a very good pick.
Okay.
I think it's a very good pick.
That would be unlike them.
Yeah. Actually, no, they've actually hit on a lot of their drafts lately.
That's true. That's
Yep.
true.
A lot of people really like this kid, the kid they drafted. I didn't know this kid existed until draft season. But you know, what do I don't, so I'm not gonna talk about how bad he is or not.
Mm-hmm. I'm really sick of these Peyton Manning commercials.
I really, I got the Oklahoma City. You're wearing what I'm wearing commercial.
Mm.
Idea is like I'm over Peyton Manning.
I'm not over Peyton Manning. I'm just sick of these commercials, especially this debate one.
Nationwide,
Yeah.
big nationwide guy. Oh, I just got to the debate one.
I'll be right back.
Shit, hell no, I ain't not Pine Soul. What happened? Caleb became a Raiders fan. I'm hilarious, Leo. Shug, you want Sanders?
I want a quarterback so we can
Uh,
compete.
so Sanders basically,
Yeah,
unless you get Jackson Dart.
or Jackson Dart, but uh, I like Sanders just because he would bring something different. Like right now, Steeler Twitter and they're going crazy because they don't want him. They're oh he's arrogant, he's this, he's that. Like that's okay. Like
He's
let him be
arrogant.
arrogant. Yeah, I guess a lot of Steeler fans didn't like what he was saying in his.
My favorite thing is how Steelers fans are like, oh, he's arrogant. I'm like, you had Ben Roethlisberger for 15 years.
I mean, Ben wasn't arrogant.
Well, did you ever his he would go on his radio show and just like be like, yeah, they suck. I'm great. It's their fault we lost. I didn't lose.
I mean, Ben was really good. I mean, think about it this way: he doesn't get any kind of like recognition because he played during the Breeze, Manny, um,
Brady.
Brady era.
Well, guess what, man? Welcome to the Eli Manning Club. You got people thinking, welcome to the club, man. Oh, Carolina at 8. We'll see. Let's see if Brodney loses his mind.
Probably will.
I think they're gonna go that Georgia lineman that they've been talking about, Jalon Walker.
What is your thoughts on Twizzlers and Red Vines?
I hate Twizzlers. I love Red Vines.
Really, I love Twizzlers, and I'm okay with Red Vines. I used to not like them.
And Twizzlers
I
taste
started to
weird.
like them.
They taste weird.
I love Twizzlers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Always tastes weird to me.
Apparently, the Carolina pick is in.
Oh, pick is in. Oh man, forget it, man. You ain't gonna draft this dude. Micah, get out of here, man. Pick is in. Oh, by the way, the Jets pick did come in. They picked Armand Membu,
Yeah.
tackle out of Missouri. Like I said, I didn't know much about him until the draft season started. They're saying he's been a starter for Missouri for a couple of years. I didn't know about him, so there's that. He played right tackle for most of his career, so it was a good pick by them. They need to beef up their offensive line. It's a good pick.
I mean, if we don't get Shador, I hope we go lineman.
Yeah, because people think Shador can come off at 9.
Is that the Saints? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that.
hmm They picked this in for Carolina. That's a nice player pro comp. It's a good pick for Carolina. This is a great pick for Carolina.
Who would they get?
I don't know. Should I spoil it? Pick's not
I mean,
in.
it's you and me.
Um, no, Adelia's here still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's not spoil it then.
Yeah, it's a good pick. It's a good pick, man. Come on, update, so we can talk about it.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Adelia. I just seen Adelia's message to me about. She's like, I didn't know because I don't know if you watched the stream back. I came in on for the WrestleMania stream and I was backstage and she couldn't see me for like a good 10 minutes, so I had to back out, come back in. It was very weird. So she didn't know if it was going to be the same issue. Um,
Yeah, Adelia's gonna be busy. Oh, pick is in. Carolina drafted Terrioya McMillan, wide receiver Arizona. I'm very familiar with this kid. I watched a lot of Pac-12 football. While it still existed prior to last year, he's a great. I loved every bit about him. Him and Noah Fafita.
all right,
That
here's the big pick, Ferris. If Shador can get past the Saints, I feel good.
Yeah, because I don't think the teams coming up don't need a QB after the Saints. Yeah, but Team Mac going to Carolina. A lot of people were for literally for the entire draft season. They were saying Carolina's going receiver. Carolina's going receiver, and he was always being told they're going to go with him. I like the pick. 3 straight years of over at least 1,300 yards receiving, I think, and you know his last year was a decrease in touchdowns, but it was 8 touchdowns apart from the 14 he had. I think the previous. I think it was 14. Let me double check it. I don't want to say some numbers. Let me double check. Yeah. So let me see. Yeah. Um, back-to-back seasons with at least 1,300 yards. Um, 8 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns. His freshman year, he had 700 yards. He was an All-American his last year. He only spent 3 years in college. 90 and 90 catches his second year, 84 his last year, 39 his first year. but in his first year, he averaged 18 yards per reception, and then then back-to-back years at 15.6 and 15.7 per reception. I was a big fan of the guy. He's a problem, and a lot of people don't care about Pac-12 football. It is what it is, but
But Ferris does.
I do, and playing in Arizona at night is a scary, scary proposition. They will, if you.
I mean, you know more about all that than me
Yeah,
because you were like a Pac-10 fiend.
man, that was my conference. That's why it was so weird. Like I am now anti-SEC. I'm gonna be with you. I'm anti-SEC, anti-Big Ten. I don't want to see them succeed at all. Zero, because they're the reasons the Pac-12 died and stuff like that. So for the first time ever, Suge, I was rooting for Notre Dame to win a national title. I don't do that.
Is Notre Dame ever going to be in a regular conference?
Nah, man, they make too much money not to share with people, man. They make too much money. They don't want to share. They make too much money. Saints go. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh my gosh, you're not gonna like this. Suge.
They went with Shador.
I'm not. I'm not. We got. I
Tell
can't spoil
me.
it. All right. You want me to tell you?
Yeah,
They went tackle.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
They went tackle.
I hate you.
Uh,
I'm all sitting here going, "Oh man, they're gonna get Shador."
tell me.
Just give it to me straight, Ferris. Ferris is just messing with my mind.
Yeah. Some people say that this was actually the best tackle in the draft, but he fell because of injury. I think he got injured.
Now it's time to see all the racists in Pittsburgh get mad if we take Shador.
Well.
What do you mean? Well, no, I don't know, Ferris. What do you mean by that?
Man, I don't, y'all been
Yeah.
racist, man. Like y'all,
Ferris is like, well, no, I don't. What do you mean by that,
you know,
Ferris?
they're gonna get mad, bro. They always admit, bro. Like I'm sorry, like I understand, Michael Vick killed some dogs. I get it. It's horrible, but man, the way y'all acted when y'all signed him, I'm like, bro, get out of here, man.
Yeah, no, I
Get
agree.
out of here. Like you're literally the only franchise that can't talk about moral standards at the QB position. Let's calm it down here.
Hey, okay? I will not accept this slander. Okay.
Okay. Like with
No,
like
but
with
you're
me,
right though.
bro.
You're right though. You're right
Yeah,
though.
yeah. With me, bro. It's like Giants fans should never. Yeah, it's Kelvin Banks Jr. Left tackle out of Texas. That's who they drafted. Like me,
Nice.
bro. Like if someone drafts like a outside linebacker who's like a psychopath, cokehead creep, I can't shit on them because guess who the best player in New York Giants history is?
The biggest, the biggest cokehead of ever.
Exactly. Not even just cokehead. He's on a registry. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. And you know what I mean, Shug?
Yes, we know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't really talk about, people drafting, disgusting humans on the defensive end. Yeah, Kelvin Banks Jr. Some people thought he was better than Will Campbell. Some people don't. It's kind of a hit in there. He did get injured in the playoffs though. He got injured in I think the Arizona game. He got in Arizona State game. I think he got injured in that game, which probably it took a hit because he's injured during the process.
Yeah.
And I bet you if he was fully healthy, he may have been drafted earlier, maybe not. He could have been drafted probably in front of the Missouri kid at 7, maybe. But he did get hurt, so he was fighting the injury, not allegations, just the injury concerns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think injuries should be called allegations.
Yes.
But yeah, I think, and that's tough, and that's what's tough about the draft and everything.
When
Like,
you get hurt late on, it
yeah,
really
they,
messes up everything.
you can fall, but then also too, you can end up in a better, like in a good
In a
situation
better
because if someone
situation, yeah.
does, yes, if someone takes a chance on you, especially a lower draft pick, you're going to usually a good team.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not going to a lottery team.
That's
So
what happened with I remember so it was Jeffrey Simmons, the defensive tackle. I think he's still in Tennessee. He doesn't tear his ACL at Mississippi State. He's a top 10 pick.
yeah,
You know, he may be a top 15 pick because he did have an allegation when he was in high school. Wasn't even in college. It was in high school where he did like, punch a girl in the face when he was in high school. And, he kind of carried that with him. So he was still going to go in the first round, probably top 15. But then he tore his ACL and he dropped down to 24, 23, I think, but he still got drafted in the first round. That's how good people really love Jeffrey Simmons. I think the player his name is Josh Simmons. He's a tackle out of Ohio State. For the first, I think, 6 weeks, first round draft pick. He was gonna go in the first round, top 15. He was going and then he like broke his leg halfway through the season. Then he missed most of the year. That's why Donovan Jackson, his stock went up because he played guard. But then they're like, we need you to play left tackle. So they chose him. They chose him to play left tackle. So Donovan Jackson showed his versatility between tackle and guard. That's why Donovan Jackson, his stock went up, and he's probably going to be one of the top linemen drafted. The pick is in for Chicago. Yeah,
they go Shador Sanders. You got Caleb Williams. Are you
yeah.
kidding me? Ooh, I mean no, San Francisco because is San Francisco paid Purdy?
Not yet. That's the thing. Is he worth it or can you replace him? That's the thing. Can you replace him? If he's replaceable, he's not worth 60 million a year. That's what I mean.
I
That's
think
my
the
that's my
problem
thing.
is, I think the problem is the Tom Brady effect. Do you let this guy go and then he was the next Tom Brady? Because I mean he kind of did what Tom Brady did. He just didn't win the Super Bowl.
In his
So
one
now if he
appearance.
can,
Yeah.
and if now he can be like Tom Brady get there
Mhm.
consistently, you know. So I think the team will be afraid to let him go like that. But we'll see. Doesn't Tyreek Hill want to be traded?
I don't know what the hell Tyreek Hill wants to do, but I don't honestly stopped caring.
I know he didn't he get in another fight with his wife or
Yeah.
girlfriend or something. Yeah.
Apparently, he also was photographed holding his baby over doing the Michael Jackson, holding his baby over the balcony.
Doing the Michael Jackson. Never do the Michael Jackson.
Never do the Michael Jackson.
Shout out to Michael Jackson. He made great music.
He did.
What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Has to be off of Thriller. Let me check.
Oh yeah. You know what? You know what I have a soft spot for? Black or White. And Man in the Mirror. Those are like my soft spot songs where I love those songs. But it's Billie Jean.
Well, Billie Jean is good. Yeah, Billie Jean is good. Let me bring up Thriller.
Thriller is a great album. I had the original Thriller album, and then my dad lost or somebody lost it. Pissed me off.
Yeah, that's why I hate when I know because we're waiting for the pick to be updated. That's why I hate when these people talk about how these artists are breaking these Michael Jackson records. Like now, like, oh, we broken this Michael Jackson record or we tied this Michael Jackson record. It's like, no, you didn't, because Michael Jackson set that record when you and your mama and your daddy had to go to a store with $10 in your hand and buy the record.
Yeah.
They didn't pay $10 a month to stream the song. You had to go out with 10, like most albums back then they were like 10, $12 maybe. I don't know. Correct me.
Well, I grew up. Well, I'm not that old, but I grew up in the CD era. So I was before the album era, like actual
Okay,
record era. But I grew up in the CD era, and you would go out and buy
$10.
CDs.
It's like $10, right? It was like $10 a CD or something like that.
Yeah, but about like, or you do that whole scam where you would mail in how many CDs you want for a certain price, and
Hmm.
then and then you would get that, and you would never pay it, and they just never come after you.
Yeah. So
And you
there's
see, like,
sorry, my bad. Let me interrupt
oh,
you.
you're good.
Colson Loveland is the pick for Chicago. He was actually so some people had him over Tyler Warren, who's the tight end out of Penn State.
Mhm.
Some people had Tyler Warren over him. He's the tight end out of Michigan. People thought Chicago was gonna go with Tyler Warren, the tight end out of Penn State. So they do go tight end. They just went with the tight end out of Michigan instead of Penn State. Loveland he was the he was probably like the favorite target of JJ McCarthy for the past McCarthy got drafted last year because he graduated. McCarthy's last year there, he's probably his favorite target. But yeah, so Chicago's tight end, but they go with the Michigan man over the Penn State guy. Hold on, let me go Thriller. Thriller. Okay. Ooh. I think it's Thriller.
The
I think
actual song Thriller
yeah,
or
the
the
actual
album?
song. I think the actual song Thriller.
Okay,
You know.
it's a great song.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sneezing.
Yeah. Thriller. Pretty good. Is everybody muted?
No, 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 no,
Okay, I thought I lost it.
Am I muted? There.
No,
no,
you're
no.
good. You're good. Yeah.
You're not muted.
Okay. How's the draft been?
It's been good. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song, Adelia?
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. I may have to duck out again if I get another phone call, but
I got you. I got you.
tonight sucks, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
just lost my job, so
Oh, okay.
I'll say it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do not care.
Pick is in for the Niners, so we'll wait for updated on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So Shador possibly. So let's go down the pick. Shug. Niners are not drafting QB. I don't think they're drafting QB. Dallas is not going QB. Miami's not going QB. They just re-signed Tua Tagovailoa, so they're not going QB. Colts maybe. Colts.
No, they have Richardson. Why would they go Shador?
Come on, man. And then they're talking about maybe starting Daniel Jones over him. Like, they don't believe in the kid.
Wait, but isn't Daniel Jones your homie?
No, he's not. Never. He's never my homie. He's my homie on draft night. Then he played 1 year. Then I was like, you're no longer my homie. Atlanta and Arizona are not going quarterback because Atlanta got Michael Penix last year, and Arizona stuck with Kyler Murray. So yeah, I think you. I don't know who's. Yeah, can you go down? Can you scroll down a little bit, dude? You're going up.
The Broncos. The Broncos are to be the ones that screw us.
No, the Broncos have Bo Nix.
No, I know.
How far down do you want me to scroll?
So Cincinnati, they're not going QB. Seattle maybe. Tampa Bay, they're not going QB. Broncos, they're not going QB.
Did,
So you
didn't
have to worry
Seattle
about
didn't Seattle just take somebody?
no, no. They traded Geno, and they're gonna start like Sam Howell or somebody. So all you have to really worry about is Indianapolis and Seattle. That's it. Because yeah, that's it.
See what happens.
We'll see what happens. Come on, man, ESPN, hurry up.
Taking their sweet time.
That was some good ramen. I had seafood ramen. Some good
What
ramen.
kind is it like? What shrimp or?
Yeah, it's like shrimp and some eel, some
Oh,
seaweed.
nice. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to that stuff.
Shellfish?
Shrimp. Well, what's actually kind of crazy is it's not actually shellfish because shrimp, lobster, it's
It's a mollusk.
yeah, and I can eat oysters, I can eat any of that stuff.
You want to know how I found out it was a mollusk?
How?
Barbershop, baby. The movie. I love that scene, man. It was that scene where Jimmy tries to sound like he's smarter than everybody, and then Michael Ealy's character made him sound stupid because he assumed Michael Ealy's character was stupid because he was a felon. So yeah, shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy had some good growth over those two movies. We don't talk about the third one. The third one doesn't exist.
You know what? Back to the Future 3. Um, what was the third movie? What was that third
Travis
movie?
Hunter is being interviewed on Bleach Report, by the way.
Oh, okay. There was another movie that was part 3 that after another movie came out, people started liking it. Okay, it's a famous movie. Why can't I think of it? Oh my god, I can't think of the movie. Anyway, I'm tripping, but it's always crazy. Like the third movies are always like the worst.
Yeah, I
Second
think
movie, second movies are always great, and then the third movie is just garbage.
yeah, depends on the franchise. The Godfather, that's what happened.
I like Godfather 3 though.
No, the problem is it's a good film. It's just that the problem is it's going against two of the greatest films of all time. What do you think is gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, the standard was already super high. You're screwed in the first place. Honestly, I think probably the greatest trilogy, just three films where they all hit, pretty nicely, is Back to the Future. You know,
I like Back to the Future 3.
yeah, they all hit. Well, some people, they like the Dark Knight thing.
I hate. We talked about this last night. I
Yeah,
hate.
I know. Yeah, some people say that those superhero movies did irreparable damage to superhero films going forward, because everyone expected a more realistic, grounded, gritty version of all the superheroes. They're like, do what Dark Knight did, do what Batman Begins did. But we forget that some of these superheroes are stupid looking. By the way, the pick is in for San Francisco. It was Mikael Williams, defensive end. He's edge actually out of Georgia. One of the solid edge players that they've produced over the past couple years. Hey man, when in doubt, draft a Georgia defender, man. When in doubt, draft a Georgia defender because they'll show up and show out. Just ask the Philadelphia Eagles, man. They have the entire defensive front there. Yeah, Mikael Williams, man, he played hurt towards the end of the season.
So Cowboys are up. Caleb, shout out to Caleb.
Yeah, we
Who do you
got
think
Caleb.
Who do you think they're taking?
Well, they need to go running back. They have no running backs.
Don't they have Doolittle?
Rico Dowdle,
Daddle, yeah.
he's gone.
Oh, okay. Well, shows you how much I pay attention.
They got the ghost of Javante Williams. Adelia should know about that.
Ghost
The ghost.
indeed.
The ghost.
I think they're gonna go defensive line.
I think they're gonna go defensive line. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like what would you were saying running back, but you think defensive line. What does Caleb
Yeah.
want? I know you talked to Caleb.
Caleb wanted Ashton Genty, and he's not on the board anymore. So I think they need defensive line. They don't need receivers, or they may need like a secondary receiver maybe. The pick is in though. Guard, Tyler Booker.
Interesting.
Michael Parsons doesn't know how to react. I'm watching Michael Parsons. He's like, "What?" Michael Parsons is like, "Oh my bad." Tyler Booker, I mean, he's smaller in the inside. Zach Martin did retire this year, so they needed to replace a Hall of Famer. So they did go. They went offensive. They went offensive line. Tyler Booker does have a mammoth task of replacing Zach Martin. So good luck to Tyler Booker if he doesn't.
All right, Dolphins up next. Who do you think they're going with first?
Let me see. Let me see what their needs are. No. So Shug, actually, the player comp on Bleacher Report, you may know this man very closely, is Roman Foster,
Is that Roman Foster Jr.?
the guard from Pittsburgh. Remember?
Yeah. But that's his
Yeah.
son, so it's probably Junior.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know who Ramon Foster is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roman Foster is a junior.
No, because Ramon Foster was our guard. So if his name's Roman, then it's Roman Foster.
No,
I
Ramon
will be
Foster.
back.
The
Uh,
your guard.
our guard was Ramon Foster. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So if the son's name is Ramon Foster, also, I'm assuming he's a junior or the second, one of the two.
No. Tyler Booker, his comp is Ramon Foster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry.
Yeah. Now you're
Okay,
good.
yeah,
That's
I
why I
get what you're
said
saying.
the player pro comp, the pro player comp was Ramon Foster for Tyler Booker.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Which is a good player pro comp, but the problem is Tyler Booker is replacing Hall of Famer Zach Martin. You don't want a Ramon Foster. You want Zach Martin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, totally agree.
That was a good pick by. And the problem is with the problem is Shogus is Dallas drafting offensive linemen. They always draft very good ones. Like I remember when they drafted Travis Frederick, and people were like, "What? Travis Frederick? Ha ha ha!" Literally, he became the best center in the NFL until he had to medically retire. So
Yeah. I mean, there's certain teams that do certain things very well. Obviously, I'm a Pittsburgh fan.
receiver.
We know how to draft receiver and linebacker.
Yeah,
Right?
well, except Devin Bush.
Shut up. That you know what, Ferris? That was just a bad day. Okay.
And not because the funny thing is like, did you replace him with like Vincent Williams or something, like number 92 or some shit?
Something.
You remember
Yeah.
Vince Williams? You remember Vince Williams?
Mhm. Yeah, no, I remember him. Yeah,
Yeah,
Devin went to Seattle and then he came back to the Browns, I believe. Yeah.
yeah.
And now like the Browns have all our like they have our Pickett, they have Kenny, they had like they've taken all our bad players
Hmm.
that we picked over the years. So we're 13, so eight more picks to the Steelers. Yeah,
Hmm.
if he can get past 14 and 18,
He's yours.
yeah.
He's yours.
Because I think the Colts have Richardson. I don't think they're going to go another quarterback.
What's up?
I said the Colts have Richardson, so I don't think they're going to go quarterback.
Maybe, I don't know. Unless depending on if Shane Steichman still believes in him or not.
Yeah, and Seattle, who's their
They have
quarterback right now?
Sam Howell. Sam Howell.
Maybe there was a handshake that Seattle wouldn't take Shador since we got DK.
Yeah. Well, we'll take your disgruntled wide receiver. Just make sure we get our quarterback.
Yeah, don't take him.
Yeah, that could happen.
I mean,
I think that happens more often than we think.
probably, but like there's the rumor going around that the Steelers were going to trade Pickens to the Packers, which the Packers don't even have a pick until before us.
Yeah.
So I think if anybody took Shador, I think the Steelers are gonna
Pivot. What are you going to pivot to?
go down in the draft,
Trade back.
trade back, yeah.
Okay.
But I think if Sanders is there, I think they're gonna go ahead and get him and just be like, all right, you're the quarterback of the future.
Yeah.
And
He's also
the last time they did that, that guy lasted 20 years.
what happened?
The last time they took a quarterback like that, he lasted 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, no, Mason and Kenny, but that
Yeah.
mistakes were made.
Mistakes were definitely made. We know about QB mistakes in the modern era.
Right.
Miami could go corner
Okay.
because Jalen Ramsey says he wants out, and they want him out. Oh, Ron Armstead also retired, so they may go tackle.
The Ravens fans are freaking out because all these linemen are getting taken.
Honestly, the three best tackles they're gone. Like they're gone. So they're. Oh wow! Okay, they went with him. Okay, yeah, that was one of their needs. That was one of their needs. Yeah, yeah. That was a good pick.
Looking at like quarterbacks that are available, if Shador gets picked up, you still
Next,
have Dart, you still have
Milrow.
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 The QB from Texas maybe, and I
Quit
think after
yours.
that, yeah, I think after that's a fall off. So
Yeah. I don't know where this Jackson. I don't know where this Jackson Dart hype came from. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
It feels like a Zach Wilson situation all over again. 'Cause I remember no one knew who the hell Zach Wilson was, and then draft season started, and everyone was like, "Zach Wilson's the second best quarterback in the draft." I was like, "Since when? Since when? Tell me when."
All right, let's see where what happens
Right?
now.
Pick was updated. It's Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle out of Michigan. Yeah, he is your stereotypical defensive tackle. Not going to give you a lot of sacks. Eats up blocks. Fills gap assignments. Big, aggressive. They they've lost. They did lose. They lost Christian Wilkinson. Wilkins. Hmm. Hmm. So yeah, this is the pick. Defensive tackle out of Michigan. Mason Graham's running partner last year.
Yeah. Um, we'll see what happens. I mean,
Yeah,
Miami got that offense, but no defense.
no defense.
So it makes sense.
We'll see how Chris Greer does it.
Draft simulator. I want to see what the draft simulator says. Ew. Projections.
People are saying Tyler Warren at 14,
Tyler Warren at what?
14 right here.
Or A Carter. Who's that? Abdul Carter. Oh no, that
Yeah,
was why.
he already
No, he
named
went
him.
to he went to the what the heck?
The Giants.
Yeah, no. This is weird. Okay, it's no because I clicked on. Oh, what was it? What did I click on?
Mr. J the
Projection.
Six. Shout out to Jay. Talking about how we feeling, fellas. I'm feeling pretty good. Got Abdul Carter.
All right,
Sugar is, Sugar's still, in his very scared era because Shador Sanders is still there. But it is there. Yep, Tyler Warren is at 14.
okay, so
Um,
I mean, I feel like we just got to get past Seattle.
you got to get past Seattle, then it's all it's you got
Well,
it.
Oh no, Michael Penix is
It's
Falcons.
in Atlanta, yeah. So they're not going quarterback. Arizona's not going quarterback. They got Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Cincinnati definitely ain't going quarterback.
Yes. See.
Seattle's the team they need to watch. Tampa Bay got their guy in Baker Mayfield. They re-signed him to a 3-year deal, so he's going to be there for the next 3 years. And the Broncos drafted Bo Nix last year.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler Warren comp is Jeremy Shockey. That's a good comp.
And if the Steelers are able to get Shador Sanders, we'll treat him better than how the Ravens treat Lamar Jackson because we
We'll see
treat
about.
black quarterbacks really good.
Yo, man, I love me a good Jeremy Shockey comp. Jeremy Shockey, man. What I like about him is he played on that Miami team in 2001. He was the psychopath.
Oh, who was the other tight end on that one?
Kellen Winslow, but that was after. That was after.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's a bona fide criminal. Um, he's in jail as we speak. But yeah,
What's
man,
up with these tight ends in Florida just being being nuts?
they're all crazy. But you know what's
They're
crazy
all
too?
nuts.
You know what's crazy about Jeremy Shockey though? He's from Oklahoma.
All these Florida tight ends, like they're just
Yeah.
all nuts
I was
over here.
like, oh
Like,
man, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know why, man, but those Florida teams, they just, how do you say it? Attract crazy ass people at that tight end position, man.
Right? They were all nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Jeremy Shockey, man. He was the truth, man. He was the truth. Thank God he got a ring before he left New York. Then he won another ring in New Orleans.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Kellen Winslow Jr. That guy was he was fun when he played for
I'm
Browns.
a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm like,
Jesus,
dog, you play football. Calm down.
right? Relax.
We go to war. But yeah, man, Tyler Warren, he basically was the first option at Penn State. It was Tyler Warren and nobody else. Like literally, like a very good tight end. I liked him. They said that Colston Loveland, his pro comp shug was Kobe Fleener. You remember Kobe Fleener shug?
No, I do not remember his name.
Okay.
Fill me in. Fill me in, Ferris. Who's
All
Kobe?
right.
Go ahead. Fill me in.
He was a tight end out of I believe Stanford. Kobe Fleener. He played for Indianapolis for a couple of years. He was
Okay.
pretty good. He was pretty good, but I think injuries, it didn't pan out. But yeah, he was Andrew Luck's guy. He
Have
was
you
Andrew
have
Luck's
you been seeing these? Have you been seeing these videos on Andrew Luck, like these interviews he's been doing?
Yeah, he's now the GM at Stanford. He's the
Yeah, yeah.
GM.
But he went on some podcast and he was talking about like they were asking him about his cadence and all this stuff, but then he started talking about like they were asking him like, oh, why'd you quit so early? And he was just talking about it was interesting. He's like, you have to put so much effort into being a NFL quarterback because
Mhm.
I just didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, man. That and his body was breaking down. It happens. That's what happens, man. Just like Isaiah Thomas says the same story, Shug, where he said he was on a road trip and he was sitting at the pool at the hotel and he was just sitting there and he was just like, I don't want to go to practice today. Like they had practice.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to go to practice today. And and then he said that was the day he mentally checked out of basketball for the first time ever. Cause, you know, because he loved basketball. It saved his life, it saved his family's life. Because, Isaiah Thomas, man, he grew up on the south side, like was it the west side of Chicago or the south side? I think the west side of Chicago, where, matinee sandwiches, sugar water, lights may be on, real hood shit. And first time ever, he said, first time ever, I checked out and said, I don't want to play football. I don't want to play
Well,
basketball anymore. And then 2 days later, he tears his Achilles. Isaiah Thomas tears his Achilles. And that was the day he was like, that's God telling me it's over.
that
Oh.
man hates Jordan because he took over Chicago.
No, yeah, but the more he talks about it, it's not that he took over Chicago. It's that like apparently his family took care of Michael Jordan. Apparently,
uh,
he tells a story where like Michael went over to his house, his mom's house, his childhood home, and when he was there early on, and she helped him. His brothers helped Michael when he was in Chicago, and then he moved his family to the northern part of Chicago where the rich people are. So Isaiah Thomas became rich, so he moved everybody there. So Michael was being taken care of by them, and then apparently, then he's like, Michael basically kind of spit in his face in a sense, where like my
mhm.
family did all of this for you at the behest of me, telling them please help this kid, and this is how you treat me.
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
don't.
you know what? A lot of people don't understand. A lot of these players have relationship. Look at Kobe and Tracy McGrady.
The
Like
best friends.
they were super close. You
Yeah,
wouldn't have known that.
he
You
wouldn't
know,
have known that.
and they were super close. They were,
The day I
Kobe
found that out, Shug, the day I found that out,
when
the Jump interviews Kobe, and he
yeah,
talks about how he's been best friends with Tracy for 20 years. I was like, I didn't know
yeah,
this.
yeah. They used to hang
When?
out together. He used to go to his house. Yeah,
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
so yeah,
It's
you
crazy.
don't know because they don't advertise it, bro. Like, and that's why he was mad at Michael. It wasn't that my you know, yeah, they were rough with Michael. The Pistons were, but guess what? They were rough with everybody. You weren't special. Everybody got it. Everybody got clotheslined. Everybody got hit. They assaulted Larry Bird left and right. And Michael probably took it a little personal. and he got mad that Isaiah's doing this to him, and he basically, was like, nah, bro, we're playing basketball. We're treating you like we treating Larry Bird. We're treating you the way we treat Magic. We're treating you the way we're treating all the best players on teams. We're gonna hit you. We're gonna clothesline you. We're gonna beat you down. That's what we do. And I think Michael probably took it
No personal.
little personal. And spitting what in Isaiah Thomas, the way he's talking about it, spitting Isaiah Thomas's face by basically saying, go screw yourself. I don't care no more about you and your family. And Isaiah Thomas was like, nah, bro, wait, I did basketball. You did personal. And then, like people talk about like, oh, hey man, like he wasn't on the dream team. Why wasn't he on the dream team? Well, one, Larry Bird hated his guts. Two, him and Magic weren't friends at that point.
Well, because he's going around telling everybody that Magic was gay. That's how he got HIV.
Yeah, they weren't friends at that point. People talk about like, oh, how Scottie Pippen had no voice on who was going to be on the dream team. No offense to Scottie. Scottie, great player.
all the offense to Scottie.
No offense. But the USA basketball isn't saying, oh, Scottie, you don't want Isaiah Thomas on the team? Oh, we got to keep you happy. Scottie's like, no, you're Scottie. Shut up. They listened to the three big guns, Larry, Magic, Michael. I don't want him on the team. I don't like him. And you know what? They said, you know what? Cool with me. We'll have John Stockton on the team. It's not like they're right there neck and neck to each other. So yeah. Even though John didn't play a single game, he broke his ankle. He didn't play. He barely played in that Olympic campaign. He sprained his ankle or something happened with his ankle, and he stopped. He basically got shut down because they didn't really run point guard. The point guard was Michael. So Michael, Scottie, it was Magic.
Point guard was Magic. Yeah, Magic.
Magic. It was Magic, Jordan, Bird, Charles, and Patrick Ewing. Him and Dave Robinson.
Your favorite player.
Yeah, I love Patrick Ewing. Oh, Pick is in for Atlanta. They go with Jalen Walker, defensive.
Jalen Walker.
He's a linebacker edge, so he can play outside linebacker edge and play regular linebacker for Atlanta. So they drafted like some hybrid. They drafted kind of like a Michael Parsons, where he played linebacker in college, but he also played edge, and he has the tools to play edge. So that's what they drafted. So that's a good pick, man. When in doubt, draft a Georgia defensive player. Especially the front seven players, man. They're monsters. They're monsters. But yeah, that's what happened with Isaiah Thomas. He kept crying about Michael Jordan, not knowing that like, oh, Larry Bird and Magic also hate my guts. You're crying about nothing, bro. You're crying about nothing. You asked me a question, and I went on a rant.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay, that's what I'm saying. He's a hybrid. I don't think, Khalil Mack was something special, man. People forget how good Khalil Mack was, man. People forget, man. Khalil Mack, man, he was some goddamn special, man.
He was the Mac Daddy.
Yeah. Apparently his player pro comp on Bleacher Report is Shaquille Barrett. That's a good comp. Oh, Andrew Luck, yeah, Andrew Luck. The man was pissing blood. Enough said, yeah, he was pissing blood. Yeah, he got beat, man. He got beat down, man. Assaulted him. The biggest what if in NFL history. That Andrew Luck. Michael Renner given an A+ for Atlanta, drafting Jalen Walker. Who's the defensive? Do you know who the defensive coordinator in Atlanta is? I know Raheem Morris is the head coach, but who's their DC?
Not sure. To be honest with you.
Okay. Time out. Let me double check on the Knicks.
Are they playing tonight?
Snap! We're up 4 with 23 seconds left. Oh, Jeff Ulbrich. Okay. Okay, that's a good he's a good defensive coordinator. Their wide receiver coach is Ike Hilliard. That's hilarious. Yeah, who the hell is DJ Williams? Oh, okay. I know who this kid. Okay. All right. Andre Diggs, Cousins with Cam Ward. Yeah, they could have gone with Mike Green or Donovan Ezejiku. They could have done that. But Mike Green, some apparently there's some about him that teams are very scared of. Like some off the field thing. I think some assault that happened when he was at because he transferred from Virginia to Marshall, and they don't know, you know. Yeah, I think he like assaulted somebody when he was at Virginia. Yeah, it was sexual assault. He denies it, but there were some allegations. They need to vet that. They need to find out how truthful that is. So Mike Green has that, has that going against him. But we don't know who the next two picks are going. I think Cincinnati show goes defense. I think they go defense. They can't go offense.
Walter Nolan went to the Cardinals.
Ah, yes, there it is. Walter Nolan.
All right,
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Jay, does Seattle screw the Steelers over, or do the Steelers get what they want?
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That Walter Nolan pick. Walter Nolan, the number one overall recruit in his recruiting class, is his senior year. He was a part of that famous recruiting class by Texas A&M where they had five of the top six, or six of the top 10 defensive linemen in that recruiting year. Walter Nolan being the top of them, the number one overall. I remember that recruiting class was crazy, man. That was all money. Jimbo Fisher paying. Too bad Jimbo Fisher's is a bad coach. Yo, sure. You want to talk about that? You want me to tell you about that recruiting class, Shug?
Tell me about it, Ferris.
Let me look it up real quick, man, because it was insane, bro. It was insane. It was insane. I just gotta look it up, man. Boom. No, not 25. I think it was 23. Let me see. Is it 23? Was it 23? No, no.
Steelers get what they want, Jay. I hope so, Jay. Give us some of that Sanders magic. Wow thing.
I think that's was it 23? No, it's gotta be 22.
I don't know why I'm singing Wild Thing, Ferris.
Yep. So it was Shug. So Shug, it was the number one recruiting class. It was 2022. So they had Walter Nolan, who was the best player at his position, number two overall, defensive lineman. Then they had the third best defensive lineman in the nation. And then they had the fourth best defensive lineman in the nation. Then they had the sixth best defensive lineman in the nation. and then they had the 8th best defensive lineman in the nation. So in the 5-star recruits, they had the top 10 of the defensive linemen. They had 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 4 of the top 10. 4 of the top 10. It blew everybody's minds. It blew everybody's minds. Everyone was like, that's not possible. Yeah, it was when you got Texas A&M money. They also had the best receiver in the nation with Evan Stewart, but he transferred to Oregon. Unfortunately, he got hurt towards the end of the year, which, didn't help Oregon's chances. But, it didn't matter. They did give up like 40 points to Ohio State. That he can't play defense, so there's that. I don't know where LJ Overton is anymore. I don't think he stayed. Oh, he's not yet. He's now with Alabama.
Alabama.
And Shamar Stewart stayed at A&M. He's gonna get drafted. And Walter Nolan transferred to Ole Miss, and he got drafted. But I don't know about Gabriel Brownlow-Denny. He's now at South Carolina. There he is. He's at South Carolina now. But these are all Jimbo Fisher's kids. All of Jimbo Fisher's kids. They also drafted Anthony Lucas. Let me see if he's still there. No, he's now at USC, Anthony Lucas. He's from Arizona. So
Speaking of USC, Ferris, my son will be going to one of their camps for football.
That's wonderful, man. That's good. That's great to hear, man. That's great. Make sure to, man. The way it's just horrible what the way the game is now. You used to be able to go to a camp in front of coaches and them signing you. Now you're also fighting transfer. So what I've heard is the way they're prioritizing it is they do transfer portal first, junior college second, and high school last, fortunately. So you have to be undeniable in high school. And you need to get in front of these coaches, get in front of these camps. I almost did a camp with the University of California Golden Bears, but I'm 5'6" or 7, playing defensive line. They'll laugh me out.
Ben's 5'6", trying to play slot receiver or
that's good.
Corner.
That's good. Yeah. Bengals are going defense, Jay. I think that Seattle does need O-line. But they also need quarterback, and you want to choose quarterback over a quarterback. Quarterback's quarterback. So there's that. Seattle could go receiver. That's true. They did. They got rid of DK Metcalf, and they also released Tyler Lockett left. Tyler Lockett continuing the tradition of old wide receivers going to Tennessee. So shout out to them. Yeah, so I think Cincinnati going defense. 100%. I think they may go Shamar Stewart. One of the Texas A&M kids, or they go Derek Harmon. They did lose Sheldon Rankins, so there's that.
Wild thing. Bum, 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 bum.
Make my heart sing.
I know, my bad. I was like, the song's stuck in my head. I don't know why it's stuck in my head.
Let's do it. Yeah, I understand, Jay, but that's what Cincinnati did with Joe Burrow. They got Joe Burrow, then they ended up drafting his protection later on, or signing his protection. They drafted Amarius Mims, but then they, got Trent Brown, and then they got Orlando Brown, and then they got Alex Kappa, so they could, sign those offensive linemen. But if you have the QB in the first place, it is. But the pick is in from Cincinnati. Sounds about right. Yep, they went with what I thought.
What'd they go with?
It went Shamar Stewart, edge, Texas A&M. Yeah. If you look at production, he may not be that good if you look at production-wise. So you have to actually watch him. He's a big bowl of clay. And, he did his job when Mike Elko told him to do his job, which didn't result for him to get a lot of stats. Apparently, me, I'm just I'm kind of a little wary because funny enough, like the SEC should, they're not really producing a very good defensive lineman. And sometimes the SEC defensive player of the year, tends to not be a very good player. I remember Michael Sam won it this year. SEC defensive player of the year, Kyle Kennard out of South Carolina. He's projected to go in the third or fourth round. Shamar Stewart, he has every tool in the book to be a great defensive lineman. But the problem is, you got to want it. Does he want it? And I think he does.
Every time I hear Texas A&M, I think of that movie Unnecessary Roughness because the team was Texas. Wasn't it Texas A&M?
No, I think it was like Texas Tech
Something.
Community College.
No, it wasn't a community college, but it was Texas something. Oh no, that's not what I was trying to do. Oh, that just screwed me.
It's I don't know what the college is.
Yeah, it's Texas something, but it always reminds me of that every time I think about it.
Texas State.
Texas State, yeah. And they talk about how they got caught giving money to recruits and everything. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Funny enough, Shug, the funny enough is before filming, there was no such school in Texas called Texas State. But in 2003, Southwest Texas State University changed its name to Texas State, nicknamed the Bobcats, which is coincidentally was the season opening opponent for the fictional Texas State Armadillos.
That's funny.
Yeah. So Texas State didn't exist until like the school that your son played with in our
Yeah,
dynasty.
yeah. Where you cheated?
I didn't cheat.
You did cheat.
I didn't cheat.
All right, come on, Seattle. Do not go quarterback.
Talking about, is he still in the league?
I don't know. I know I'm not.
Well, actually, I was made by cooties. Two cooties. Daddy and mom.
Made a giant cootie.
For the record, I didn't cheat. I just want that for the record. I had to hand out some lessons.
Sorry, a lot of stuff going on right now. So I'm gonna hop off the stream. I'll come back on when the Broncos pick, but I'm just gonna hop off the stream otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The Broncos pick is right before the Steelers pick. We'll tell you, Adelia. Go 20. Yeah. Jay said he did a video on him saying he should go second, third round. Only 4.5 sacks would scare me. He's a Miles Murphy. Their first round edge hasn't panned out. Hasn't done anything. So I don't know if the Bengals can develop defensive linemen like that. No, they can. Well, maybe this coaching staff can't. But I know Marvin Lewis could. With Geno Atkins, Michael Johnson, Carlos Dunlap. You know what I mean? Dominic Pecco. So sure, they could go. They're saying their team needs Seattle. They don't need a quarterback. They can go receiver, corner, offensive line, safety, defensive line. But I don't really like their quarterbacks at all.
Sorry about that.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying, Jay. I'm saying like, yo, you're probably right about this coaching staff. This coaching staff probably doesn't know how to develop defensive linemen, but the previous coaching staff could. They go. Offensive line, Shug. They go offensive line, Shug.
Let's
So
go.
they went offensive line. They went interior offensive line. Gray Zamble out of North Dakota State. I believe he's a
Wow.
guard. I think he's a guard. I think
North Dakota State.
fighting the Bisons.
You would know that.
Well, Shook, they have won 11 of the last 15 FCS national titles.
Shout out to Ferris for knowing that.
They are a dynasty. Like they are a dynasty. Like it is it like your people's dynasties. North Dakota State's dynasty laughs at other people's dynasties. They'd be like, "Oh, that's cute. You won 3 titles in 5 years. That's cute. We won 9 and 11. That's how dominant they are, man. It's insane.
Hopefully, why and
If
watch the
you if
Steelers not take them.
Yeah, why is the Steelers not taking? That'd be hilarious.
They're like Ferris. They're like, you know what? No.
We'll pass. 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 You do have a rivalry with North Dakota State and North Dakota. Good old their head coaches. So right here, man, look at these national titles, man. Look at these national titles they got. So when the national title, the FCS national title started was about 2010. So Craig Broll won 2011, 2012, 2013. And then his assistant, Chris Kleiman, who's now the head coach at Kansas State, by the way, he continued the dynasty. So Craig got 11, 12, 13, and then Kleiman got 14, 15. Then they didn't win the title in 16, but they came back in 17, 18, and 19. But then COVID happened, right? COVID happened. So they don't get the title during COVID, got canceled. But then Matt Enston wins another title in 21. Then they don't win a couple titles in 22, 23. And then Tim Polanski, he wins a title last year, brings back the fandom. So since 2010, Shug, which is about 15 years, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 titles, Shug, out of 15 years.
That's wild.
And one of those titles that they didn't get was COVID. So they weren't going to get the title anyway. But then the following year, I think Sam Houston... And the teams to win titles in that span were James Madison, Sam Houston State, and South Dakota State.
Okay.
But imagine a dynasty, and you say, what's your dynasty? 10 titles in 15 years. You go ahead looking at the Chiefs who say they have 3 titles in 5 years. They'd be like, yeah, that's nice. That's cute. That's a cute little one. Get on our level. If you're a high school kid and the FC and the FBS schools are not looking at you, you can go to FCS. You can go to FCS. There are specific schools you can go to, man. North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Montana State. You got to move to the Midwest or Big Sky Country, yeah, but people will look at you. I would say James Madison, but now James Madison is in the Sun Belt, so they no longer are there. Sam Houston State is a part of the FBS now, so they're no longer a part of that. So yeah, man. So the Dakotas, North and South Dakota states, Montanas, Sacramento State has started to improve a little bit better, but they're back down to earth. But yeah, man, go to the Dakotas, man. The Dakotas and the Montanas. Go play out there. Scouts are always sniffing around, you know. Alex Kappa, by the way, Shug, you know, the guard that I talked about?
Yeah.
Humboldt State football. He's from Humboldt State. Humboldt State's greatest football player? Larry Allen, guard. Dallas.
All right. Tampa Bay. Who do you think Tampa Bay's going?
I don't know, man. I don't know what Tampa needs, actually, man.
I mean, they. Maybe what did Jay say?
They need defense. They need defense.
Or yeah, or O line.
Yeah, O line and defense. They kept all the receivers. I think they need defensive line. They lost a lot of defensive linemen. Well, they did lose Carlton Davis, I believe. Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean. I don't think they're there anymore, are they? Oh no, Jamel Dean is still there. Carlton Davis, is he still there? No.
Ferris, you like your mic went out.
Oh my bad. They need corners.
I just bought this.
Carlton Davis is gone. But they also need defensive linemen for pass rush. So Mike Green could be a pick here. Or Jahad Campbell. They need somebody to roam with Levante David.
I swear the Steelers don't go with Shador. I'm gonna be very.
Oh, they go receiver. They go receiver.
Oh wow.
Emeka Egbuka,
You little girl that lives here?
Where's he from?
wide receiver, Ohio State.
Okay.
The new little girl?
I think.
Damn it! I think people in Denver wanted him.
Yeah. The craziest thing about him is people forgot about him because he was always the second receiver in a group that had like 4 NFL players in it.
Mm-hmm.
So he came back next year. He was gonna be the guy, but then the problem is they recruited the best receiver in the nation as a freshman in Jeremiah Smith. So he gets then lost again with Jeremiah Smith, but he is a great receiver.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, why the hell did Tampa Bay choose him? Because that's not their weakness.
Yeah.
But they probably go in the sense of, defense doesn't win championships anymore. We need to have some offensive firepower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Broncos are on the clock.
Broncos are
Yeah.
on
What
the
are you
clock.
what are you going with here, Adelia?
What do you need?
I think there's a chance they might go a running back, maybe like
Yes.
Omari and Hampton.
Yes. Yes.
I saw many mock drafts though where they picked this guy that Tampa Bay just picked for the
Emeka
Broncos.
Egbuka? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do need a receiver. That is true. You
We
need
do
a receiver.
need a receiver. I don't know who else there is out there.
Luther Burden the second.
Okay.
He's a wide receiver out of Missouri.
Okay. I think that Amari and Hampton might be a way that they go. But then again, it seems to be a pretty deep receiving or running back class. So they might be able to get one. They have, I think, 2 picks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get a good running back then. So I honestly have no idea where they're going to go here.
It's a very deep running back class. There's gonna be there you can find starters in the second and third round.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here.
Yeah, and Emeka Egbuka, teammates with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, and all the Ohio State receivers, a bunch of them, like Marvin Harrison Jr. I forgot about that. He was Marvin Harrison Jr.'s running mate, but he was him and Harrison were a part of the Chris Olave, Jameis Williams before he transferred. Like he was like the 4th receiver, and then he was like the 2nd receiver. And this year he thought he was gonna be the 1st receiver, but then Jeremiah Smith showed up. Jackson Smith and Jigba was there. I forgot about him as well. So Emeka Egbuka got lost in the shuffle of that room, but he didn't leave, and he decided to learn under Brian Hartline. And you know what? He's good, man. He's good.
Yeah. Let me know when you know the pick, Ferris, because I'm sure you'll know before ESPN broadcasts it.
There's been a couple times where this has been updated before.
Sorry for being on and off the stream tonight, guys.
You're all
No,
good.
you're good. You're good.
Actually, thank you for being here. So you should by
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much for being here, Shug.
No, no problem.
It's not
It's
every day you
awesome.
get told you no longer have a job while you're on stream.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting dessert.
What's
Oh,
for dessert?
Yeah, what's for dessert?
To celebrate my Muslim brother being drafted.
So let me scroll back up here and see who all's been picked because I have not been concentrating on this.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
Colston Loveland's gone. Cicero McMillan's gone. Ferris, that's very loud.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that was gonna be that loud. I apologize.
What about Matthew Golden? Has he been picked?
No, not yet.
He could be a receiver that they draft. Yeah. The pick is in, it's saying. Now we're going to take 10 minutes to talk about everything else.
Oh.
I feel very certain it will not be Shadur Sanders.
It's Shador.
I will go, what the hell are you doing if it's Shadur Sanders?
Right.
Jay saying UNC great Omari and Hampton come on down. I wouldn't hate that.
I'll give you about 30 seconds for you to say something.
I told Ferris, I go, what if the Steelers just pass on Shador? Like it'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know you're speculating, Jay. I'm saying I wouldn't hate that. Come on, come on. I think this thing has said the pick is in for 5 minutes now. Like, this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna jump on Twitter real quick to see what Steelers Twitter, see how racist they're gonna be right now. So Adelia, since we spent time together on the
One bad thing
WrestleMania-
about Abdul Carter is.
Well, Ferris, Shug was in the middle of saying something.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
it's all right. We spent time with for WrestleMania. I follow a podcast a friend of mine does for wrestling, and they do an award. They do the awards every year. So he sent me the ballot to send in my awards, and to be honest with you, I was like, I don't really know who to put, so I put Dom Mysterio like on half of everything, like. Because I was like, well, I watched some of this stuff, but like not a lot of it.
All right, I have no idea who this kid is that's announcing the pick.
The pick is in.
Yes, I know. I said I have no idea who this kid is that is announcing the pick.
You want me to tell you who the pick is?
No.
Oh, it's already updated on ESPN.
I have no idea who that is, nor why they went cornerback.
Yeah, didn't you just re-sign Patrick Surtain?
Yeah, that we might. I mean, like we needed 2 corners, I'm sure, but I didn't know that this was going to be something we really needed here. But I don't pay that close of attention, so
Also, too, they're probably prioritizing positions that are thin. So they get the top guy 1st
Mhm.
and they get, because they, like we said, running back, it's a very deep class. They can find a running back in the second round.
Mhm.
I guess they probably don't like any of the receivers that are left, and Matthew Golden or Luther Burden the second. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
Jay saying
he
nice
is.
and that he's a dog. Okay. I just
Jim
don't know anything about him.
yeah, Jim Thorpe Award, best DB in the nation, Adelia.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Um, I'll let you guys get back to it. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
No
And
problem,
now
Dale.
we have come down to the get down. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The racist rant that are about to happen.
Yeah.
We'll see. We will
He,
see.
he ran a 4.39, so basically a 4.4. You round up.
Not like that. Staring at the like,
It's true, man. Kansas City, you want to stop them so you get more defensive help. Makes sense. Shug,
Refreshing Twitter. Well, yes, sir.
oh, I gotta send you this, Shug. I gotta send you this. I gotta send you this. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That would be the funniest thing ever. That would be the funniest thing ever. You're not lying. You're not lying. It says the picks in for the Steelers. It has to be Shador. It is.
All right. Here it is, man.
It is.
Yep. Quarterback, running back, D line, wide receiver, offensive line. So everything. The one bad thing about us is, like I said, Abdul Cardi is the one bad thing is he's from Philadelphia and he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Oh, Pick is in, Shook. Pick is in. Oh, they went defensive end, defensive tackle.
No, they
They went
didn't. Oh,
defensive
they
tackle.
did.
They went defensive tackle.
Wow.
Wow. Derek Harmon, defensive tackle. Cam Hayward is 36 years old. Sugar, are you drafting a Cam Hayward replacement?
I'm
Jay,
mad.
stop laughing, Jay. Not okay. Stop laughing, Jay. No,
Oh
wait, no,
my.
you keep laughing. It's Sugar. It's fine. Keep laughing.
I am visibly angry right now.
Yeah. So let's keep going down to see if the people who need quarterbacks. Chargers don't. Green Bay doesn't. Minnesota doesn't. Houston doesn't. So Shador is still falling. Shador is still falling. Derek Harmon. He's a very good bull rusher. Knows good full arm extension, but he needs a little bit more moves. He needs more moves. He just can't run straight. He needs to diversify.
And I'm shocked, Ferris.
Yeah.
Like I am at a loss for words right now.
I tip this ice cream. It's it to you, Abdul Carter. Alhamdulillah. Yallah. MashaAllah, Habibi. MashaAllah.
Oh God, I'm just a loss for words right now. Ferris, does this mean that the Steelers have Rodgers coming in?
Has to, right? Has to be. Shug, look at Jay's last comment.
Yeah, but I really wanted Sanders.
Oh my God, could this be a Giants trade back in for Sanders type situation? Because some of these teams don't need quarterback. Yeah, this Tyler Booker kid, man, he a psycho. This is a good pick. Hey man, this Tyler. Hey man, if you're watching on Bleacher Boy Shug, they're interviewing Tyler Booker. Hey man, this kid, man, I'm a little scared about this kid, man. This kid, man, I'm a little scared. This kid, whoa, talking about how he wants to break men's souls, and he's
So you got to
smiling
do it.
about it too. That's not fun.
That's how you got to do it.
Sure, I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi, Adelia. I cannot hear you.
Ferris is going to replace me here in a moment. This is the
Okay.
account that has the controls, and then he can pull up comments and things, and I don't have to
Okay.
be involved here.
No problem.
Tonight sucks, guys. If anybody knows a good place for a job, let me know.
All right, I'm back. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you first.
All right, let me share the screen. Let me share a tab. ESPN. Can you see that shit?
I can see it.
All right.
All right. All right. All right.
I'm gonna zoom in. Is that too much? No, I think
No,
this is
you're good.
perfect. It's perfect, right? So yeah, we're at pick 22. Yeah, we're at pick 22. Derek Harmon, Shug's Pittsburgh Steelers passed on QB.
Yep, I'm very shocked.
No, guys, make sure to like the video, guys, and make sure to hit the subscribe button on the sports channel. I believe we're at 120, 115. I think. Let me do. We're at 112 subscribers currently. So share that link, hit that subscribe. Join our Discord. It's free to the public. Just hit the link in the description as well. So there's that. So love you to join our little community. But yeah,
Definitely.
oh, yeah. They're looking at. I'm watching Bleacher Report. They're talking about how they need guards. Chargers do. They need the guards. They do like to run the ball, especially in a Jim Harbaugh scheme. They're big running defense offense. Oh, and they go running back. They go running back. Oh wow, they do not care. They went running back. Shug.
Okay. That has been interesting.
Yeah, man, that's an interesting pick. Well, that's interesting. They're really gonna like the two-headed monster running back thing. Oh wow, okay. Apparently the North Carolina offensive line was very bad, and he still 2 drops in his entire career. That's insane. When targeted on passing plays.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Man, the Chargers, man, they're gonna run it down your throat.
Down your throat.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, now we're kind of, our teams are kind of like done. But I think the Giants are trying to do something at the back end of the first round. Maybe there's been a lot of talk where the Giants trade back into the first round because they do have a couple of a couple of tools. 34 and a third and in a fourth they could trade back in. Um, trying to get a quarterback with that 5th year option. But unless they stay pat at 34 and Shador drops to them at 34, that means they read the market right and they got him. That could be a thing. It could be a Geno Smith situation.
Yeah, we don't have a pick until the 3rd.
Yeah.
And so we're pretty much done for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Unless
By the way,
we trade to get to him. Yeah,
yeah.
Shador's not going to be a Steeler.
By the way, the Giants, no, the Knicks won today
Okay.
for my Knicks fans out there.
Who they beat? Detroit?
Yeah, we beat Detroit. Nope, the Green Bay Packers are on the clock.
What if a trade comes in? George Pickens going to Green Bay, and then
Yeah, they've been talking about that.
Steelers take a quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
I laugh when people tweet out, you officially lost a lifetime fan. Man, nobody cares.
No, they
This has
didn't.
been like why do people say that?
Nah, bro, they're gonna be at the games like they always do. Sugar, man, I went on my rant, man, on LBHT. I told them, bro, the dumbest fans, like no, not even dumb, it's like the most gullible fans in all of sports are NFL fans, bro. They eat up anything, bro. You tell them one thing, they eat up, bro. The NFL fans, they support billionaires in trade in labor negotiations. Like that's how I know NFL fans are stupid. Like the fuck, like what? I don't understand. You're on the side of the billionaire who wants to cut cost and cut labor. Like are y'all none of y'all in unions? Like what is up with y'all? And I find out most of them aren't because they think unions are dumb, which just shows me how their intelligence is stupid. Bro, nah, bro, they're dumb, bro. They're dumb. They pay money to watch bad football, Shug.
Yeah.
They fell for this bullshit. Oh, bad football is actually good football. It's actually, good to watch. Like, no, it's not, bro. If the NFL had the same schedule as the NBA should, would have the same amount of ratings. You want to know why? Because ain't nobody watching Giants Jacksonville on a Wednesday night in November.
Facts.
Not happening. And then you got to watch that 2 more times? No, absolutely not. Why would the Giants fans pay to watch their team get their ass handed to them 4 times a year by Philadelphia? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, why? Like, why would you do that? It's like watching the Celtics beat up on Charlotte. You want to watch that, Suge? Do you want to watch that?
No.
No. No. Who wants to watch that shit? Nobody. So NBA fans skip those games. They're not gonna watch that on a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Friday or a random Saturday in October. If the NFL had the NFL has the perfect setup. It was 16 weeks. Every week mattered. It was all on mostly one day. And then it was perfect. You know, I guarantee you, man, if they had 82 games, ain't nobody watching. 50 million people ain't watching the third matchup between Tennessee and Jacksonville. It's not happening. It's not gonna happen. But you know,
Tennessee and Jacksonville.
it's just not happening. It's like watching Wizard Charlotte. Shoot, their own fans don't watch that shit. All right. Man, I don't know where Green Bay is gonna go, man. Green Bay, man, I can never guess Green Bay. I can never guess them. So all right.
This little light of mine.
Oh, they went receiver. Okay.
Interesting.
They went receiver. They went Matthew Golden.
Shout out to Matthew Golden.
Yeah, man. He's very fast, man. 4.2 speed. Quick as shit. You know? Let's do it. So Matthew Golden, man. Oh, Santonio Holmes is the player comp for him?
Santonio Holmes was one of the greatest catches in NFL history.
I'm pretty sure that was David Tyree, but go ahead.
No, because Tyree didn't really. It just led to a first down or keeping the game alive. Santonio Holmes ended the game with a touchdown.
Well, actually, no, the game wasn't over. They still had a drive to score if they wanted to.
Like 20 seconds. But it was Kurt Warner. You know all about Kurt Warner.
Yeah, I don't know. Larry Fitzgerald did score in like 10 seconds, literally like 4 minutes earlier when he got that slant route and just ran.
Freaking ran everywhere.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald, man, one of the greatest. Single-handedly took them to the Super Bowl, man. He had one of the greatest playoff performances of all time. That entire playoffs, he was a problem, bro. Shoot, did you just hear that? Oh, no, you're not watching on Bleacher Report.
No.
What happened?
Matthew Golden is the first time Green Bay's taken a first-round wide receiver, Shug. Since when, Shug? When do you think?
Jordy Nelson? No, Nelson?
No, he was a third-round pick. Matthew Golden is the first-round receiver ever drafted by Green Bay since 2002.
Oh, wow.
23 years.
Crazy.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
What did Minnesota do?
No. No. So what happened? I just found out. So Shug, at the combine, there was a So at the combine, there was the guy who was doing the times for the 40s was a little slow to start the 40s. So people would already have a couple yards head start. Then you would hit them. So people had faster 40s than they actually had.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the 40s were inconsistent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So some of these players may not be faster than they are, because it's Matthew Golden. It says he ran a 4.29, but they're saying he's not a 4.29 runner.
What do you mean by that? He's not a 4.29 runner.
So they're saying his 40 time is not indicative, is not real. It's not a real 40 time, because the guy who was doing the 40 times was bad at doing it. So he's probably a 4.3 guy maybe, or a 4.4 guy maybe, because apparently, according to his GPS numbers, Mike Renner has been saying on this stream, the GPS numbers were nothing special. They're like kind of average GPS numbers. So maybe a lot of people had their 40s inflated.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
Oh, who do you think Minnesota goes with here?
Ah, man. Oh, Shug. Seattle wasn't gonna get quarterback. You know why, Shug?
Why?
Sam Darnold went to Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we messed up there.
that's fine. So they don't need a receiver, so there's that. Probably offensive line. I think Garrett Bradbury. Donovan Jackson. I knew it. And apparently the Giants are trading back in the first round.
Are they getting Shador?
It's gonna be. It has to be. But we don't have confirmation. Yeah. So Minnesota goes with the offensive line. Like I said, perfect. Yeah, because they're trading Garrett Bradbury. They went with Donovan Jackson, which is a great pickup. Donovan Jackson at Ohio State was a guard, right and left. And this year, when Jonathan Simmons got injured, they said, "We need you at left tackle. I need you to play left tackle." And he said, "Sure, I'll play left tackle." And he played left tackle. Yeah, but I think he's gonna play guard.
I'm looking at Twitter right now with the Steelers.
Yeah, so it's right here, Shug. 25. It's 25. We traded in for 25. So we traded back in to 25. This is the pick. This is the pick.
You go Shador. If you get Shador,
It could be Shador. It could be Jackson Dart. It could be Jalen Milroe.
sorry, he's yelling at my kid.
They went Dart.
They went Dart.
I think they went Dart. I think Michael Parsons just admitted it. Wait. It's, and haven't been confirmed yet. It's just Michael Parsons talking smack. You don't know. Okay, so it's not official. Shut up, Micah. I hate Michael Parsons. Stupid ass. I mean tripping. Michael Parsons saying it's gonna be Dart over Shador. That's what he's saying. But he's an idiot. Oh, Michael Parsons apparently has insider information talking about they don't really like Shador. How does he know this?
No idea, but why is everyone mad at Shador for?
No, I'm mad at Michael Parsons.
No. I know, but why is like nobody picking him?
Shador? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be happy right now. I don't know. I don't know.
Is it pick in?
No, not yet.
Jay,
I don't know.
3 black quarterbacks? Nah.
Where do you see that?
In the comments, Jay.
I don't see it. I don't know what's going on. I don't see I don't see Jay's comments. Let me All right, got it.
Wait,
Yeah, I
wait, did you
wasn't.
get who'd you guys take?
Uh,
Took
apparently they
Dart.
picked Dart. Apparently they picked Dart.
Wow.
That's what Jay's saying. Let me.
Yeah, well, because I just heard on LBHT Rams are up, so he must have took Dart.
Hell, man. Max says the Knicks won. Yes, of course the Knicks won. I'm getting all I'm missing all I'm
The
getting all the
comments.
comments now. I'm getting all the comments now. Hey Jay, make another comment. See if it pops up again, please. Just say hello. Okay, yep. Yeah, I guess they go with Dart.
That's hella old. He's just getting all the comments now.
Yeah.
The Giants are racist.
Nah, you know what, man? I'm sorry, but I'm done defending them, bro. They had a chance to draft a quarterback, and he was black, and they chose the white dude who's done absolutely nothing. Apparently, Dayball is a traits guy. He wants the traits. Pick is in. Here's confirmation. Jackson Dart.
How you feeling, Ferris?
They saw an old Miss jersey and were like, he's Eli Manning. Is that what they thought was? Bro, I literally watched him at Ole Miss, bro. Like he
Ferris is at a
okay.
loss of words, everybody.
He's gonna need some time. Of course he's gonna need some. But the problem is the GM and the coach are not gonna be there. He's not gonna have time. They're gonna get fired if they don't do nothing this year.
I fear Ferris was having a great draft, and now he's kind of.
I was like, yeah, alhamdulillah, we got the Muslim brother. Hell yeah. And then we got, this man, bro. What is, bro?
Hey, at least you're not being like Steeler fans right now. They're freaking out.
So Atlanta just traded for that 26 pick.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know what Atlanta traded back up. What's Atlanta trading for? Damn, bro. Atlanta traded too much for that pick.
If they trade.
So Atlanta traded 46 to 42 and a first round next year for the Rams 26 and 101 this year. What are they doing, man? What are they doing? I don't know why you trade up that much for Luther Burden. Like, why would you trade that much up for Luther Burden, bro? I don't get it. It's some man, bro. I was I was happy, man. I brought out my last ice cream for this, and man, now I feel like that ice cream is wasted, man. Man, what's up with this, man?
Just ruin your whole night, huh?
A whole last night, bro. Whole last night, man.
Paris is done.
Bro. Man, bro. This some bullshit. James Pierce. They're drafting James Pierce. They're going with James Pierce. Is it? Yeah, but it's James Pierce right here. Yeah, James Pierce. Let's look at his profile. James Pierce. His pre-draft analysis. Pierce was the only rusher to run a sub 4.5. He had the quickest 10-yard split at 1.6 for the edges. He's an explosive speed rusher with a great get off, closing speed.
Adelia said Jackson Darts. Really?
Yeah, what do you want from me, Adelia? What the fuck you want from me?
Ferris is defeated right now.
What you want from me? Post draft analysis. Change the name. Oh, my name is Adelia. My bad. I forgot to change my name. My name is not Adelia Chamberlain, everyone. My name is Fares and Muthana, actually. I am not a Denver Broncos fan. Yeah, so James Pierce is the pick. Alex Highsmith is his player pro comp by Matt Miller, Shug. So you should know all about Alex Highsmith, right?
You do.
Let's see the profile on Jackson Dart from Matt Miller. Bo Nix is his comp. His timing and his touch are impressive on passes thrown 10 to 19 yards from the pocket. He anticipates well. He gets the ball out to receivers and make their breaks. He stands in and takes big hits to make plays. Jackson extends plays. Keeps his eyes downfield as he climbs the pocket. Complete off-platform throws. Dart rushed for 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns in 3 seasons at Ole Miss. His quickness, toughness, ability to make defenders miss allow him to be an effective scramble and threat and design QB runs. Post-draft analysis with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston entrenched at the top. The Giants are good at quarterback for 2025, but they need an answer for the future. Dart gets time to develop behind the veterans, and with his physical tools as a deep ball thrower and as a runner, he's best fit for any remaining quarterback in the class for Brian Daboll's offense. You know what? I'm not. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do, Shug. Here's what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
I'm
Ferris?
gonna
What are you
do. I'm gonna do what I did with Daniel Jones. I'm gonna wait to see him play to
Before you
form
make
my
your decision.
assessment. I decided to give Daniel Jones a chance when we first drafted him. His first game against Tampa Bay, he made me look right because we won that game. We came back. He was he was pretty good in that game, but then then he deteriorated because bad coaching and his faults catch up with him. I'm going to just take a step back and I'm gonna root for Jackson Dart, see if he pans out. I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to be rooting for you, Jackson Dart. I hope you're successful. I really hope you're successful.
Ferris is being very mature about this.
Yes. The Ravens are up for the pick. All our friends want offensive linemen or receivers.
All of them do.
And the Ravens do Ravens things, Shug.
They took defense.
Yep.
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah. You want me to tell you who it is, Shug?
Yeah, go ahead.
So apparently they went safety, Georgia, Malachi Starks.
Okay.
You know our friends at Rogue Pod and LBHT are not very happy. Well, the
Not at
Ravens
all.
aspect of them,
Not happy at all.
not happy at all.
And I love it. I love to see them miserable.
Yeah.
Warms my heart. I know that's mean to say.
No,
And
it's
I
not.
apologize.
No, you're not. It's not mean to say. It's like if I. It's like when I see Caleb in pain. I thoroughly enjoy it.
You get a little smile on your face, Ferris?
Absolutely. Basketball wise, by the way, the Nuggets and the Clippers are playing in game 3 of their series, tied 1-1, and the Chargers are the Clippers actually are up 18. Adelia, avert your eyes. Avert your eyes, Adelia. Please don't look.
Yeah. Oh,
Here it is, Malachi Starks. Look at his profile, Shug. He is the second best safety in the draft, 34 overall. So you can call it a little bit of a reach. That's picks above, 7 picks above his projected slot. He's a 3-year starter. He had 197 tackles, 23 pass defended, 6 picks at Georgia. He reads receivers and well. He has range. He's missed some tackles, but he tends to square up and wrap it up. Someone just put up in the chat in LBHT, they're building around Kyle Hamilton over Lamar.
crazy.
You could have given him Luther Burden the second. You could have given him more offensive linemen.
This has been an interesting draft.
Yes, it
Interesting.
has been. It has been an interesting
I
draft.
don't think I don't think it's gone the way some people thought it was gonna go.
Yeah. I'm gonna put. Let me see if NFL Network's on.
So this is
Yep, I got it on NFL Network now. So we're coming down to the contender, Shug. Detroit, Washington, Buffalo, Kansas City, and Eagles.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting where they go from here.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah.
I'm over here talking to myself. Who do you think Detroit goes with?
Ah man, who does Detroit need? I don't think Detroit needs a lot of. Detroit doesn't need a lot of pieces. Shug. They got tight end. They got the receivers. Um, Offensive line is set. They, literally all of them are set. Jared Goff is there for the next 3 years. They re-signed him. Running backs, they don't need no running backs.
Yeah.
Shoot, man. Probably, just probably linebacker or safety corners. I guess so. Maybe. I guess we can go there. But their defense wasn't bad. The problem is their defense was just ravaged by injuries.
Yeah.
They weren't a bad
I
defense. They were
think
just ravaged.
wasn't it the one of the most hurt teams?
Yeah, like I think they had like 15 defensive members on there. Showing his mama and his girlfriend. Well, thank God his girlfriend and his mama like each other. Like those other times with those other women.
I still
I
see
rem-
that picture. I still see
what
that picture of what's his
Russell
face.
Wilson?
Russell-
She thought she was set for life, and then she got divorced 2 years later.
that face that she does.
Yeah. Oh, so pick is in. They go defensive tackle. All that, yeah, that was a weakness of theirs, but wow, they went with Tyleek Williams, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. Yeah, yeah, it helps. It helps Aiden Hutchinson and Derek Barnes. That's a good pick if they use them correctly. But the problem is with Detroit though, Shug, is they also lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. They were trying to go on a Super Bowl run before they left, but unfortunately, they couldn't go on there. They couldn't go. Yeah. So there's that. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, man. That defensive line of Ohio State, man. It was a lot of seniors on that defensive line. A lot of them were fighting for their life.
I'm fighting for my life out here.
Yeah. So yeah, Jack Sawyer, JT Tulimolopopu. I think that's how you say his last name. Um, so that's good.
What do you think Washington's taking? It look like probably defense, huh?
Yeah, because they got Debo and Terry McLaurin. They got Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, Chris Rodriguez Jr. in the backfield. Tight end, they got Ben Sinnott and Zach Ertz. Quarterback, they're set for the next 20 years, basically. Yeah, any part of the defense, really, defensive line, linebackers, safeties, you name it. Just add more, just add more pieces.
Yeah.
They got their left tackle, Laramie Tunsil. I honestly showed that Laramie Tunsil trade. That reminds me of when the Niners traded for Trenton Williams, and it was basically kind of like the final piece type thing. They need, and guess who was the main component for who's there? Adam Peters was in San Francisco when they traded for Trent Williams, and then he traded for Laramie Tunsil to basically be their Trent Williams because they're trying to win ASAP. Because they need to win as much as possible under that rookie contract.
Interesting. Sorry about that. I was
Nah, I'm
doing
sorry
something.
about that because I've zoned out, man.
Right? we're both like just disappointed. Like
I just that old Miss team had so much talent on it, and the pick is in for Washington. They're going with Josh Conley Jr. Out of Oregon. Mm,
Yeah, I'm assuming Shador's going to go in the second round.
yeah, Josh Conley Jr.
Who Jay said, I think that he's right. This has been a very underwhelming like draft.
Jay's been talking.
No. From earlier.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. It's the problem. It's QBs, right? The QBs, they're very underwhelming in a sense that they're like, they're there. So a lot of people just kind of ignored it. But Josh Conley Jr. Josh Conley, man, I liked him. I liked him when he was at Oregon, man. Yo, man, Jihad Campbell's still not being drafted, man. I don't understand.
Very interesting.
Yeah, man, some of these players are still available, man. Jihad Campbell, Will Johnson. Will Johnson is injury related. Mike Green, off the field related. Um,
Where's Buffalo going here?
Buffalo, they can go multiple things. They got their pick and they're shaking hands. All right, pick is in.
Pick is in for Buffalo. Yeah, this draft has been very interesting, and
Yeah.
Steelers don't have another pick to the third round.
Yeah, the Giants don't have another pick either until I think the third or fourth in the fourth round. Who the Bills got? The Bills got who we got, Bills? Who we got? Who we got? Who Buffalo got? Oh, I think the Eagles got back to back picks. They traded with Kansas City. Eagles back to back. Oh, Maxwell Harrison. They went cornerback. They needed corner. That's true. They do need corner. You know, Callum Khalil Elam didn't pan out. Some of their corners, they you know. So yeah, cornerback Arizona, cornerback Kentucky.
so Eagles are gonna trade with the or they,
Yeah,
oh they switch places.
they switched places. I guess I don't understand why, but okay. Going cornerback.
Going cornerback. Okay. You said the Eagles are going corner.
No, I think Buffalo went corner.
Okay.
Case
Well, they
Buff
got Maxwell
Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah. Philly, man, Philly can go a multitude of ways. I think they're gonna go defensive line because they lost a lot of defensive linemen this offseason. They lost Josh Sweat, they lost Milton Williams, they lost a couple of their defensive linemen. So yeah, so I think they're gonna go linemen, defensive linemen more specifically. Their offensive line is all set, right? They're all set for the next 5-10 years with the way they built their offensive line. So they fixed their cornerbacks last year with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. Their linebackers are set: N'Kobe Dean, Zach Bond. They got the receivers. They got good receiver 3, Jihad Dotson, but they have 2 receiver 1s and Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Running back, they're set. Quarterback, they're set. Defensive line, I think they're gonna go defensive line. That's what I think. Kansas City, they're going O line. Oh, they won linebacker. So I guess the Eagles are going with Jihad Campbell Shug.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess they're not happy with the linebacker depth behind Zach Braun.
It's been, I don't know, this draft has been crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Jahad Campbell, blessed be upon him.
Blessings be upon him.
They're done after this, right? Like, there's no, they don't go into the second round until tomorrow.
No, yeah, second round's tomorrow, then third round is on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, Jihad Campbell, my Muslim brother has to be. Is gonna be my gonna be the ops in Philly. Um, yeah, man, he joins a great Philly unit: Zach Braun, Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. Um, man, God, bro, I read about Jihad. I read about Jihad and his teammate Chris Braswell. Good players out of Alabama. I really, you know, I call them Holy War for a reason.
Are you and Caleb doing anything for the draft tomorrow or Saturday? Or are you just
Saturday.
okay?
But maybe Saturday because something just popped up that I may have to do.
Okay.
Maybe. So yeah. Yeah, man. You know the trade to go back in the first round ain't that bad because you know they traded they traded a third round pick, third round picks and a second round pick to go from 34 to 25. So that's not that bad. Ah man, Jihad. I was a big fan. Jihad is from Florida. No, he's from Jersey. He's from Jersey. He went to go play in Florida. Yeah, at IMG Academy, like most of the kids, dude. God, man. I just don't understand why did the Eagles even trade up?
I have no idea. Was there other things included in that trade?
Yeah. What?
Like, so it was just a switch? Like there
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't know.
money involved?
I don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh. Oh man. The Ravens fans we know are very upset because it's Josh Simmons last pick of the draft. That's someone that the homies at LBHT, Rogue Pod, and Coach and the Deep Cover Pod wanted. They wanted Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons, he got injured. You know, he tore his patella tendon. I think like 5 games in.
No shit.
So yeah. So Ohio State, there it is. We're gonna cut that out. Trying to get my layers on. Boom, there it is. Back to dynamic grid, trying to get. Boom, there it is. Thank
Boom
you.
shakalaka.
Yeah. All right. Do that. Move that over here. And that concludes the first round of the draft, everybody. Last pick of the draft was Josh Simmons, tackle out of Ohio State, going to the Kansas City Chiefs after a trade. As we speak, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. We'll see what they do. The Giants will not be on the clock at 34 because we traded it to Houston. So there's that. But Shug, before we get out of here, man, y'all went defensive tackle. You didn't go quarterback. Do you guys believe that Aaron Rodgers is coming through? What are your thoughts on the first round?
I don't believe Aaron Rodgers is coming through, but that's apparently
Mm-hmm.
what a lot of people think because we didn't take Shador. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I wanted Shador because that would have been the splash play for the Steelers. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's I would say we got to trust Mike Tomlin and stuff, but we haven't been great the last couple of years, and so it feels like we needed to change it up and do something different. Um, and so it is what it is. But let's see what happens if we make any trades or anything. Again, Pickens has been rumored to be people are interested in him, so we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with that, and if we don't trade him and we, you know, get a late quarterback because there's still Milrow, I believe, out there. So we'll see what happens. But if not, and we do get Aaron Rodgers comes to the Steelers, then okay, and we have to roll with it. I have to be happy,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't have a quarterback for the future. You know, we have Mason Rudolph, and that's it. We don't even have a second or third string. So if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come, then it's a tough situation for us. So we'll see what happens. Again, like Jay said, wasn't really anything crazy, other than Shador not going in the first. You know,
Mm-hmm.
other than that, everything seemed to be nothing was really like oh my god. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. Giants, I was happy. And then I was we'll see how it goes. They said they got their defensive lineman in the top of the draft. Giants defensive linemen, they're big fans of them. But the key is now it's not about Abdul Carter anymore. It's not about him. It's about the guy they picked at 25, the trade back in Jackson Dart. Brian Dayball, he's been living off of this. I developed Josh Allen. Josh Allen is great because I did that. That's me. All right. You're given a guy with traits. Traits guy. Shador Sanders, he had some traits, but not all the traits. Jackson Dart, they say he's more athletic. He has a great deep ball. He has traits. Do the job you said you can do. You said I'm the reason Josh Allen is Josh Allen. Everyone says you're the reason Josh Allen is Josh Allen. Now here it is. You get Jackson Dart. Make it work. This means them drafting him, either something happens. Either they're giving him 2 years. You develop this kid this year, the next year we go. Or if you're not developing this kid, you're fired. So he's going to have to develop the kid while also being the head coach with Russell Wilson. So he has a very tough job.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You got your guy with traits. You got the guy you can mold. Now do your job, QB guru. You've been saying you're a QB guru for a reason, right? Now it's time. This is your last shot. It's over. It's your last shot. This is it. I'm not gonna throw the baby with the bathwater out with Jackson Dart. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Daniel Jones. I'm gonna wait. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna watch him. If he stinks, he stinks. If he's great, he's great. We keep it moving. But I want y'all to go back to draft day. Fares Muthana is not mad, but he's not happy.
He's disappointed.
I'm not disappointed either.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not disappointed. It's just, I'm gonna wait and see. Oh, whatever. We'll fix it. Thank you, Brandy. Second round draft should be interesting. The second round should be interesting, but the Giants don't have a pick. Don't have a pick anymore. I don't think so. I think we don't have any picks, but we'll see. But on that note, everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you. Wait. Shug, where can people find you, my man?
They can find me, Suge Knight 323 on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Suge Knight 1323 on Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming some more. Again, if you want to come hang out, play Fortnite, play COD. Oblivion Remastered just came out, which is the before Skyrim. If you love Skyrim, I might start playing that online on stream. So come hang out and just chill. Hang around, just vibe. Let's just vibe together because this world is crap, Ferris. And I'm over it. So let's just vibe together, okay?
Shout out to my new nephew, Issa.
Shout out to your new nephew.
Yeah, I'm a 3-time uncle. 3-time. It's my brother's third kid.
Well, hopefully you'll be a 5-time uncle.
Yeah.
Shout out to Booker T.
Shout out to Booker T. Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you. Sorry.
Dude, tell me you did not say that.
Tell me you did not say that. Well, Brandy, you're Irish, so that's a little light. All right, pick it up. Okay, pick it up. Wait, no, you're not. You only have 2 sisters, and they barely have any children. You can't count your friends' children. That doesn't count. It doesn't count. But peace, guys. Stay safe.